Hey gamers, welcome back to a brand new DSP video. That's right, we're gonna be watching DSP's little meltdown he had about review tech, obviously. But let's listen about his day off, right? Let's start from the beginning, as they say, correct? Right?
I'll just say this up front, okay, before we get to the next segment. Yesterday was my day off, and I got to spend some good time with my wife and my family, and I relaxed. We had a
Okay.
good meal. We had a pizza for dinner, which was great. Good pizza
Okay.
too, a wood fire
Listen to this. He had a good time with his wife, eating pizza. Okay. Alright. Alright, good.
pizza, not a freaking
I'm glad for you. I'm
fast
glad he
food
had time
crappy
with his
pizza. All right,
wife.
but yesterday also was awful. All
Oh
right, some stuff
shit.
has happened personally in my life that I can't talk about publicly. That is pretty shitty, pretty awful, to be frank with you. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. All right,
Now,
and
I love that he says this, but there are rants where maybe not rants, that's a little generous to say, but he has said, life isn't fair and shit like that. Just dangling over his own chat's head, saying like, guys, life isn't fair, etc., etc. And basically to tell his chat to stop whining. But look at him now. He's already complaining about an inconvenience in his life that, sure, it may suck, but whatever, right? We'll never know. We'll never know what's going on. For all we know, Cat stubbed her toe. That's it. That could honestly be what happened, but we'll never know.
it wasn't one thing; it was two things, two completely unrelated things that happened at the same time. All right, and it kind of put a big damper on our day. It did. You know, when you have a day off, it's your only day off a week to spend time with your significant other, and then
But dude, like, he told us for years, my only day off, my true day off, is Christmas. And then he would take Christmas off. And now, suddenly, he's able to take 2 days off sometimes. And like, he tells us that every day off he's always busy doing errands and this and that. Here he's acting as if that never is the case, that he just wanted to relax, but I thought you don't get to relax on your day off since you tell us you do errands and appointments. But I guess it's like, well, this came out of nowhere. I'm like, okay, fine. But still, you can hang out with your like he's doing a 2 day off this week. Like, okay, so last week had a bad day off, but you're having 2 days off this coming week. So fucking deal with it. Like, not every day you can have ultimate bliss every day. Like, isn't it hedonism to kind of want constant pleasure or whatever? I think it's that. Is that what DSP is? It's like he's like a weird hybrid of like a nihilist sometimes and a hedonist. It goes between the two extremes sometimes.
multiple things start fucking happening out of nowhere that you had no clue would happen, and now you got to deal with it. You're like, what the hell is going on? You know, it really sucks. You know, we look
It
forward to
really
this day off
sucks.
all week long, and then it
But
just has to happen.
he told us though he was looking forward to the 2 day off because he gets to spend time with his wife. These other day off, it's errands and this and that. But now he's casually just saying as if like he always says that he gets to relax on his day off. Just then other days he says he's busy and it's not really a day off, etc. So you never really know how he truly feels about a day off, I guess. I guess he doesn't want us to think that he's sitting like a lazy bitch on a couch, door dashing and playing mobile games. So he says, I have to do errands, guys. I do grown up things. I'm an adult. But then he also wants to say when something inconveniences him that he gets to relax and now he can't because something horrendous happened. Okay.
To happen on the day off too. You know, it's one thing if it
You
happened, oh, it's
notice?
at
You
work
notice
day or
that?
whatever. It has to happen on the day off. Like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
So we're dealing with some stuff. All right.
Stuff, stuff,
And
stuff.
I apologize if it happens to come through with, you know, today, if I seem cranky or if I seem like a jerk. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with just life circumstances right now. All right.
Of
You know, this
course
is
the
kind of
phone
stuff I'm not
rings.
going to talk about it
Ah,
publicly.
yes.
If and when I do, it's going to be way down the line. It's
I
not
don't
going
know
to be
what
anything
this
you should
is.
know
They can
about
talk to the
now.
voicemail.
And you know, it
They
is
can
what it is.
they
All right.
can
But I'm very happy that this coming weekend we're going to have 2 days
discuss it
off.
that way.
That it's going to be a day to do the stupid errands and appointments and bullshit, so that we can have another day off that we can actually have fun times together, which is what we need more of. All right. So
So you know
it's
what?
very much
He's doing like these 2-day off, like I want to say once a month or every 2 weeks or whatever the fuck. I wonder if the support starts to dry up, if he's gonna just stop doing the 2-day off. I'm thinking no. I'm thinking he's still gonna be taking the day off, the 2-day off once a month or whatever the fuck. Regardless, I think it's now a permanent thing in the content. Even though, like, let's say in the future the support completely goes back to pre-Kino era, I think even then he'd still do the 2-day off thing. Because in reality, he technically could have done it anyway, if you think about it.
very much needed this week. So please understand. And again, I apologize in advance. I'm only telling you this because I know that sadly, when shit tends to happen like this, it does affect me. And then people are like, "Wow, you're in a bad mood, and you seem like you're grumpy, and you seem like you're pissy today." And,
If
you're
you
right.
knew if you know that that affects you, then just try to like cope with it. And then if you realize that you're snapping, like I don't know, like it's a tightrope, I guess, to balance. I mean, again, I don't know how stressful it is what he's talking about, and I can't claim I know. But I do think it's bad. It's kind of a bad behavior to just say, "Well, I might beat you up today because I'm in a bad mood," but I don't mean anything by it. It's kind of like not a good excuse. You know, like, it's just not good behavior.
Right, and there's nothing I can really do about it either.
Nothing
When you
I can
got shit
do.
going on, it's in the back of your mind constantly. It's like, what the fuck, right? It just sucks.
In
But
the
that's
back of your
life.
head,
As I
it's
get older, I
WWE
realize
Champions
that's
time.
just life you got to deal with.
That's just
This is why
life.
when you see a person, you can never really know what they're really going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone may look good on the surface, but you have absolutely no
Oh
idea what
man.
level of stress they're actually at on the inside. You don't know what they're going through up here. You don't know what they're going through in here. And I just ask that everyone just have some kindness to those around them. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just complete dickheads.
Dude, DSP's been like shitty to other people multiple times. Like he tells people who play Street Fighter on Wi-Fi, "Why are you playing online? Stop playing online." Like, dude, they got off of work. They want to play Street Fighter 6 and it's on Wi-Fi. And he's like, "Why are you on Wi-Fi?" Come on. It's always shit like that. He then like nags about other content creators having more opportunity than he does, and this and that. Like he's also been negative towards other people for really no reason.
Heads to everyone around them and think that they're the most important person on the planet, you know? But you never know what people are actually going through
Wait, what?
around them. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people are just complete dickheads to everyone around them and think that they're the most important person on the planet.
How do you know that's what they think? I mean, just because I have self-interest in myself and I want to like make sure that I can like there's a time and place to like keep other people's like well-being in mind and this and that. Like it's just basic courtesy, I guess. I'm trying to express here. But at the end of the day, you're also gonna want to make sure that like you're driving, right? You also want to be courteous to the other drivers on the road with you. You don't want to like just cut someone off because you want to be in that lane. You have to like see what they're what's be like. It's just that kind of behavior. You have to be courteous about the people around you. That's it. But then he acts as if like, oh well, people like to think that they're big shots. But DSP always says, "I'm running a job and you're not," and all this about other people. You know what I'm saying?
But you never know what people are actually going through. So
You never
please
know.
be respectful. Please be nice.
Be
I mean, obviously, it'd be
respectable.
nice if you could do that to me, but just to everyone around you.
Of course, I
Because
mean,
at any given moment, you just don't know.
dude.
People are actually
Look, he tells people that if they think about themselves or whatever, they think that they're
going
big
through.
shots.
So please be respectful. Please be nice.
Please be nice. Okay.
I mean, obviously, it'd be nice if you could do that.
Obviously, it'd be nice to do it to me. Isn't that kind of behaving like you think you're a big shot? Like you're trying to make people like it would be nice
To
to
me, but just
whatever.
to everyone around you, because at
Okay.
any given moment, you just don't know, right? You just
You
don't know
don't
what the
know.
hell's going on. And then one day, you're going to go through that shit. And if people are nice to you, you're going to appreciate that people were nice to you when you really needed that, right? So
Okay, but that's I
do
can't
unto
like
others.
this is so weird. Because like of no shit if people were nice to you and etc it would be a nice thing. But you can't realistically like control people to do that. You just have to kind of like deal with it yourself. And then if other people are nice, okay. Like this is stuff you don't really need to say out loud or like tell people that this is how they should act. It should be this kind of common knowledge that you should be nice to others and this and that, right? Correct?
As you would have them do unto you. It's the golden rule. It's a way to live. And I hope that
The
more
golden
people
rule, the
would
way to live.
actually,
Yes.
abide by that.
Do unto others. What you whatever.
Okay.
It's fucking. It's a
So,
fucking
ladies and gentlemen,
saying.
it's
And then
time to.
and then after that, please be nice. We got that laugh, man. Come on, come on.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to have some fun. It's time for the meat of the show. All right. For the last
Time to have
several
some
months,
fun.
as you guys know, I have completely and utterly stayed away from any kind of drama.
I like to say you stayed away, but he said that there's nothing else to say about Rich and this and that, like whatever. And he also said that he didn't want to do drama content because like it's negative and he wants to be a positive guy. And he had Jade and Chad crying every day. I know like this.
And any kind of nonsense. I have. And the reason primarily being, after having months of it, after being a part of, shows with the Kino Casino and other stuff like that, I got kind of immersed in that level of stuff, right? I did. And,
It's so
I
lame
didn't
he says that he got immersed in it and this and that when he has fucking shat on people for doing this very thing of participating in drama content, pretending that he's above it all and this and that. Like, come on, man. Come
want
on
it to
now,
become my
dog.
end all be all. Every once in a while, I would do it and it would bring some views to the streams. And then I would break it up and go back to gameplay. Well, ultimately, all of that crowd has moved on. Let's be honest. Why?
Let's be honest.
Because I kind of stopped doing the content. And you might say, well, why did you stop doing the content? All right. Well, number one, I think that it's funny from time to time to observe this kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's that. He said that even back then when he said he was done with it. That he always would say, "I don't want to do drama, but it's fine to do it sometimes," which is like ridiculous, right? Because that's kind of technically how some people even do DSP detractor videos. They upload sometimes or whatever, or cover stuff that they want to talk about, right? Correct? Whatever. Okay.
Just as an outsider and to see what it's like to peek back into the world of the sphere of the lol cow shit.
I thought that's bad. I don't watch reality TV, and now he wants to go. He wants to like go back to it. But then, how come like he treats reality TV like it was like the moment you turn it on, your brain will explode? But he always tells us, well, sometimes I want to go back to lol cow stuff. But then when people say I like watching Jersey Shore, he's like, oh my god, I can't believe you watch Jersey Shore, keeping up with the Kardashians. Like, okay, man.
And it gives you, it gives you a quick laugh. But the thing is, I'm the kind of guy, I get bored of it right away. Like, I could maybe stomach it for a day or two. And then after that, I just get really tired of it. And it's like, I just want to move on. I want to enjoy games. I want to chill with my audience. I don't want every day to be this drama shit, okay?
Okay.
The thing is, just because I moved on, the world did not. All right? These people who fucking rag on me every day continued to do it.
Okay.
ReviewTechUSA continued his path down madness, his spiral down into his fucking toilet.
Dude.
Okay.
I'm jumping a little bit ahead because obviously I watched this segment before. The thing, mental gymnastics DSP goes through to justify what he says about Rich is insane. Like listen to it. Listen.
Okay.
Okay.
So much has happened. And you
So
guys come
much.
on my streams And you're like, did you hear what this happened? Did
Oh,
you hear?
oh, now he's gonna be blaming the chat. The chat told because the chat was telling him for a week that Rich got fired from lolcow Tech Talk or whatever. But this is also the show where Boogie and Wings got fired multiple times and they got rehired and all this other stuff. Like, what's to say that they're not doing the same shit with Rich, right? Like, who knows? But okay.
What this happened? What this happened? What this happened? No,
No.
I didn't hear any of it. I don't pay attention to it. I got my own positive stuff to do. The thing is, my life isn't reliant on drama content to make a buck. I can make positive, fun content with my audience because I've positioned myself in that way. In the 16 years I've been a creator, I didn't crash out. I didn't hit bottom,
Oh,
right?
man.
I'm still making good stuff.
Okay.
And people appreciate it and enjoy it.
Is that why you have to remind us every day about hitting goals and smashing the trolls?
Have that positive audience. Guys like ReviewTech don't have that. Get it? They don't have a positive audience at all. Their audience is people just there to point and laugh at the clown on the other end of that camera and to basically throw them pennies.
Again, how does he know that's his audience? I mean, obviously, no shit. There are people in Rich's chat that are there to laugh at him. But you could say the same shit about DSP's audience. And you may even argue it's worse. Like, come on.
See them dance around like a monkey. That's his life at this point, okay? So, I mean, all the shit he went through, if you're not aware... But
dude, PPP got DSP to dance with his socks on, showed off his underwear, and, like, did all this other stuff that he said he would never do. Like, he's in no position to say that he doesn't have an audience that does that to him, you know?
So, he basically went in a downward spiral. He deleted his own channel off of YouTube entirely, so his channel doesn't exist anymore. He now only has a streaming channel. That streaming channel kept getting diminishing returns more and more. People cared about him less and less. And then eventually what happened was, as he was hitting rock bottom, Keemstar messaged him and said, I'll legitimately offer you a show in my lolcow family of shows.
This shit with Keem and lolcow Live with DSP, it is... I almost wanted to do a video kind of talking about how, like, his shift in opinion of it, but I never got around to doing it. And I don't think I did. I forgot the relevant videos I wanted to watch. But it is so nasty that this dude basically... There might have been in the rant where he talked about how he was jealous of Keem and that's why he was shitting on him, which is very disgusting in the sense that he joined all these bandwagons and highlighting all these problematic things in Keem's career. But he didn't do that because he genuinely believed it. He did it out of jealousy, which is probably the worst thing to admit, in my opinion, because you're showing that you never truly cared about the shit he preached about. Like, the stuff with Etika, clearly he didn't believe what he was saying. Because again, that was an aspect of him saying, well, you should be careful if you look at Etika and this and that. But then, when you, like, fast forward, he's like, well, I was very jealous of him. That's why I was saying all this stuff. And it's like, dude, you said a lot of stuff during that time, and you're not gonna, like, stand up for anything, for any of what you said? And then he also said, like, well, how Live was gonna be the Anna Nicole Smith show where they're gonna die, and this and that. And then he's like, well, I was saying that because I was jealous. Like, that's kind of shitty. Like, I mean, but again, DSP has a very bad bag, both literally and metaphorically, figuratively.
You can actually be part of this new show called lolcow Tech Talk. And the deal was that it was going to be Rich and his former editor / co-host, Jay, hosting this show together. But what Rich didn't know is that the entire thing was a setup. That Keemstar doesn't like Rich.
So this is kind of like... So he's setting this up, right? Now you'd think DSP, the guy who said that over the years that people have fucked with him and he had a hard time trusting people and this and that, would at least sympathize or empathize. I keep forgetting to. I want to say sympathize with Rich in the sense that he got betrayed by Keem. And they set him up, right? Right?
Rich, Keemstar is the kind of guy that when he has a grudge against you, he's going to crush you like a bug. So what he did is he set him up to go on this show.
Like, I know, saying, like, he's like, crush you like a bug. Like, so is that a good thing? I thought this was bad. This kind of shit DSP said was bad at a time. But now, since Keem does that, it's funny now. And then, like, and DSP has no care at all. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Rich was joining Lolcow Tech Talk. Like, what do you think was gonna happen? But, and again, it's Rich. I mean, Rich is not a flawless individual, and this and that. Like, he's very easy to dunk on. But I'm mostly approaching this at the angle of how ironic and nonsense this is coming from DSP.
And after one or two shows, Jay literally became the guy running the entire show, like from top to bottom. He controlled the streams, he ran all the tech, he did everything. And because of that, he essentially became the host of the show and continuously just made fun of Rich and made Rich the butt of the joke nonstop. So Jay basically got a ginormous power boost out of this.
Okay.
While ReviewTech just looked like the fucking whipping boy.
This is so sad because I don't watch this shit, so I have no idea what the fuck any of this means or if this even happened. So as an outsider to all of this, listening to how we talked about it, it's like what was this show about? Like, he really makes it sound, and I don't trust him either, by the way. I don't trust what DSP is telling me because he makes it sound as if like they're like, okay, we'll go to Lolcow Tech Talk, and Rich is sitting there, and Jay is like, all right, so Rich, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Eat shit. Here, let's give him some bugs. Send in the bugs. And then like Rich was like, what? And then like he had to eat them. Like that's what it sounds like when you listen to him discuss this. And I don't believe that's what happened. They probably talked about tech, I'd assume.
It basically just got worse and worse. There was entire streams based on exposing ReviewTech for being the clown he is. Like for example, okay, he said, well, what happened was
he said,
there's a whole stream where they're like, well, your name's ReviewTechUSA. Well, you're gonna build a PC.
Okay.
He couldn't build a PC. He didn't know what the fuck he was doing. The guy doesn't know his ass from his elbow. All right,
dude. DSP saying this now. DSP has the little blanket of I don't build PCs, but he has videos of him saying he used to build PCs as a hobby. He's one of you, and he literally is sitting there saying, "Well, you see, he gave you build a PC." I mean, was he even known to build PCs? Like, discussing tech is very different than building a PC. I hate to break it to you. Like, you can review a movie. Does that make you a film director? Like, okay, come on.
His name is literally ReviewTech, and he doesn't understand tech anymore. So the whole stream
this
was
is
just
also coming from the guy that got a lemon motherboard that can't fit a capture card, by the way.
Watching how funny it was that he's an idiot who doesn't know how to do anything, and he's on a show called Lolcow Tech Talk, right? If you don't know, he just got fired.
But wouldn't him flubbing around building a PC be kind of the point? Look at the title and look what happened. You kind of would put two and two together, like, oh, this must be part of the show. He can't build a PC. It's Lolcow Tech Talk. Like, it's literally all there. Like, okay.
Like, no exaggeration, they fired him a few days ago. And literally, this is not like a work or anything. They actually kicked him off the show, and
How does he know that? Whatever, okay.
So he's no longer contracted.
Remember when they fired Boogie and Wings?
And, you know,
remember when
he
they
basically
were fired?
resorted to desperate things. He's eating bugs on pizza. You know, he's doing just fucked up stuff in order to try to make money. It's
maybe
disgusting.
he likes Jackass.
So,
everything of that.
I mean, he still streams.
Or Fear
he doesn't stream
Factor.
every day, but he streams every couple of days, and his streams are random as fuck, random times, random lengths.
Okay.
No direction whatsoever.
Maybe that's
he
how
does get money, but
engaged.
the money he gets is literally everyone just making fun of him constantly. Like, he doesn't get positive contributions. It's just Here's
How do you
something
know it's not
that's a snide
positive?
remark. Here's
How does he know it's
sarcasm.
not
Here's outright
positive?
insults.
What
And he's
if
forced to
what if
degrade
they're
it.
just razzing him? Like he acts as if like he gets a tip from some guy saying, "Rich, eat shit, fuck you," and then Rich is like sitting there crying about it. I don't know.
Himself the entire time that he's streaming.
I mean, technically,
Now,
DSP gets negative contributions. He just doesn't tell us, and he doesn't count it, but he fights the chargeback if there is a chargeback. Make it make sense.
you might say, well, he makes more money than you, Phil. Well, I mean, that's debatable. When he streams, he does make a lot of money. It's true. But he certainly doesn't stream as
It's
often as I
debatable,
do.
but he does. What?
At
Okay.
all.
Maybe that's why he makes a lot more money.
And in addition to that, he's not getting any ad revenue. He doesn't have anything going on in the back end, right? He deleted his channel. So he's not making any profits on anything like that. He's literally only making profit when he's streaming, okay? So it's debatable whether or not this guy's actually making more money than me or not. To be honest, I don't even think it matters. Like I've told you guys, with my goals and the way it's working, I'm happy to make
He's
what
happy.
I make. I am. Like I'm in better places right now than I've been in many years. And I'm able to do things like take an extra day off to spend with my wife because I can afford to, okay? I can improve my set. I can buy a game. I can get Legos and things. I have money to spend because of all of you, because you've supported me in such a great positive way these past 6 to 8 months, and I really, really appreciate that.
Rich
Thank you so much for changing my life for the better, all right? And if you haven't noticed, I didn't have to actually degrade myself to do it. In fact, quite the opposite. I've elevated myself.
Technically, you could argue he did because think about it, right? He goes on Kino Casino and talks about drama. Literally, drama shit that he said he'd never do. It's bottom of the barrel slop, and it sucks, and it's stupid. All this stuff. He said that about drama content. He then, he then continues to do drama videos or dramatic responses as well. That was all drama content. He degraded his entire content when he met the casino throughout that fucking period. He completely sold out during that. So he did degrade himself, and look at his content now. You go watch any of his streams, and if he doesn't hit the goal, you're gonna be hearing about it every 5 seconds. Not literally, guys, but he'd be like, okay, guys, thanks for the $5. Okay, guys, we got like $145 to go before we hit the goal. Let's hit the goal. Yes. And then you play like another 5 minutes. Okay, guys, let's hit the goal. You want me to eat Burger King? Like all this stuff. His content has become nothing but giving him money. Shit he said he would never be. And he's all of them. Come on.
Do it. I've improved my life situation. I've improved with the way I act, I dress. My content quality has gone far higher up, as opposed to turning myself into the dancing clown to make a living. Okay? So,
is it? But technically he is a dancing clown. He gets $150. He then plays a coin show, and he yells and dances and says, "They hit the king's coffers!" And this and that. You hit the king's tax. Blah blah blah. He said all this shit. And he's saying, I don't dance in front of a screen, dude. I don't dance in front of a camera. Okay.
You may wonder, well, why is Phil doing this?
Why?
Today? It's very simple. There's 2 reasons. Number 1, because over this entire time period that I've completely laid off this man, he has literally never laid off me. The man is such a pathetic loss of time and effort. Right?
Dude,
he has to keep doing the same shit.
This is coming from the guy that said Rich is dead to him. And this and that. And now he's saying like dedicating a fucking segment to him.
He is the literal hamster.
I almost thought he said he's the goat. Imagine DSP said that.
That has to keep running in the same wheel. Because if he ever stops running in that wheel, nothing else will ever work for him. So he's stuck endlessly being the hamster in the wheel and can't get off. Okay?
Right?
So he has to do the same thing over and over. He can never try to diversify or do anything different. So
he tried that, right? Remember,
no exaggeration.
Remember he did tech reviews. Then he went to talk about politics and articles and all the other stuff, and DSP said, see, he's a failure. He's doing stuff that's not reviewing tech anymore. And now he's like sticking to one thing, I guess. And he's like, see, he's failing. He's sticking to one thing. Okay. Whatever.
Every day it's about me. Every piece of content's about me. Every waking moment is Phil. This guy is obsessed. And, I said this months ago. It's to the point where it's like it's scary. It is.
He said it was scary because Rich dared to have DSP's podcast set on his green screen. So it looked like Rich was in his set. That's what scared him. Just that. Like, there are scarier things for people to do, but all he did was just sit in his set, basically. Okay.
In all honesty, this is not me jesting. I'm going to be very transparent with all of you right now. When it gets to this level of crazy, this man is mentally deranged. I want you guys to understand this fully. He is. This is not,
what?
This is all jokes or whatever. This guy's fucked up in the head. And this is the kind of guy that will...
Dude, this is right after he says, you don't know what's going on in here and here. So please be respectable and please be kind, especially to me. And now he's like, this guy's deranged. His brain is fucked up, man. Jeez.
That will probably do something crazy down the line, from what I've observed. No
What's he gonna do?
Obsessed with one person.
Dude, let's go with DSP's meme where Rich is high every day. What's he gonna do? He's high, man. People who are stoned, they tend to not be very mobile. They just kind of sit in place and relax. But okay.
Person, and actually be, oh, this is just the joke. But there's no joke anymore. People have called you out for your level of mania and told you how unhappy it was. You know what I'm saying?
Who? Who said this to him?
It's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So,
like,
anyway.
Man, okay.
He's crazy. That's number crazy. One. Number two, people have been telling me about this for months and months. Obviously, there's a demand to see me react to it. Okay? There is. If not, you guys wouldn't have kept bringing it up for months and months. Now,
look at this.
I can't even remember the last.
He ignored it for this long, then decided, I'm gonna react to it. Why not? Like, so much for being Mr. Morals, right?
Time I mentioned him. So, in this case,
now of course he did talk about Rich in the past, in passing, like on day one of like a Dragon Pirate and all this other stuff. But he's saying formally on a podcast because that's what matters apparently. Like you'd think honestly, DSP is the crazy one. Think about it. He literally acts as if what he says on the podcast and what he says on the rest of the stream are completely different. He did talk about Rich in the past. He talked about him in passing multiple times. But since he didn't have a RTU segment, that means he never talked about him in the podcast. But he didn't have to say the podcast because he's on the podcast right now. But you see how, like, lunacy it is to talk like that? You do talk about Rich DSP. You talk about him, like, in passing all the time. Well, not all the time, but you know what I mean.
Every once in a while, you want to break it up for variety, do something a little different, we will. Okay? And then number three, I'm going to be very honest and transparent with all of you. Okay? I'm just really in a bad mood because of the stuff that happened in my personal life yesterday.
So, he said when people do this exact thing, they make fun of others because they have a miserable life, and that's fucked up. And he would shame people for doing that, say it's wrong, and these people should seek help, and this and that. He made that a personality, basically. And then he just nonchalantly decides, yeah, I'm going to do it because I feel in a bad mood. So he's part of the problem that he says is a problem on YouTube. Why? Why do this?
So since he's taken opportunity every single day for the last, 10 years to dump on me, I think when I'm in a bad mood and I just want to maybe feel better about myself, I think I'm going to watch some review tech content.
So, as I said about every time he's done this kind of shit, like, so the next time he bitches about, like, a DSP detractor making a video and how their life is miserable and they're taking it out on DSP and this and that, just remember this part and just remember how full of shit DSP is when he tries to act as if it's a terrible thing when he did it himself.
Content to just
Do
boost
unto
myself
others,
up by
right?
watching
Am I right?
the lowest form of humanity and realize, thank God I never was degraded to that level, and I still have self-respect, and I still have a great loving family, and I have all these things to be grateful for.
Oh my god, this is actually worse. This is actually worse because he said when trolls were doing that to him because they have miserable lives and this that they don't have a family, so they take it out on Phil because they don't have a family and this and that. And they should get a family. They should have friends and this that so they can like stop making detractor videos and this and that. DSP is saying he's making this segment about Rich because his life is going bad, but he has a loving family. Why does he seek comfort in that and leave it at that, right? Fuck no. Fuck that. What are you, stupid?
I can watch his content and realize, wow, life ain't so bad. So that's why we're going to be doing this.
And this is it's so stupid.
Fair enough.
And
that explains my reason.
I love kind of like the ego narcissist kind of like glances. We're gonna do that, okay, today. Like, oh, whatever, right? Like, okay. So proud of this for some reason. I don't know why. Why would he be proud of this?
So we're gonna begin, and you might be wondering.
Okay, I'm wondering, Phil.
What are we going to watch today? Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't work too hard on this.
We know.
Okay,
we know, Phil.
All I did is I just went to his most recent archive stream. So if you're ever interested in ReviewTech's content, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to do him a solid. All right, you ready for this? Unlike what everyone else does. Okay. All you got to do is go to his actual streaming channel, RTU Streams.
What if that's not him?
As you can see, today we're not going to watch a detractor video. We're not going to watch someone who edited his content. I'm actually going to watch his real stream because in reality, this is what you should do. If you're going to benefit from watching someone else's content in a negative way, you should actually watch their content. All right. Not someone else's. Now you might say, well, Phil, I don't understand. Are you sure you're not exaggerating? Well, I mean, all I got to do is look over here in related videos and show you that 9 days ago, he streamed a stream. There's my head. There's my leg. That's my leg in the thumbnail there. Okay.
And
if you go to his channel, you'll literally see that's every single stream. I wish that I was exaggerating, but every single stream is my face, my body parts, me, everything there. It's always
everything
me.
There.
The guy is literally 100%
everything's
fucking
there.
obsessed, right? Like, no exaggeration. This guy is going to become like, what's his name? The killer from fucking Silence of the Lambs. The guy who puts you in the hole and says it rubs the lotion on his skin or else it gets the hose again.
Oh, man.
And he wants to, like, rip your face off and wear it or whatever. Yeah.
All right, let's pause this for a second. No, this is not... Damn it. I wanted this. Why? What? Oh my god, no, I'm confused. Did he change his, Okay, this is really... I'm getting felted on this. I guess this is, actually his channel. I guess he changed his name, I guess. But let's take a look at his thumbnails. Let's see. There's Rich. Oh, it's like the stream bumper, but the thumbnails don't have DSP in it except for this one. That one just goes straight to him. This one goes to that. Okay. I mean, I guess to... But it's not every. That already got debunked. It's not every. So, he's wrong. He's wrong.
Yeah, that's the level.
That's
at
the
this
level.
point. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's that crazy. Okay? So, this is his starter thumbnail of his stream.
Okay.
Do I have to say anything? Do I have to actually say a word? Or can we just continue on to actually where he jumps on straight?
Okay. Birds in a what?
It just
memory?
We don't have to even observe. Just all you have to do is use your eyes. Okay? That's it. I don't have to comment. Okay?
Okay.
So let's actually jump into some of his content. Here we go. So here's him starting up.
He
Okay,
can't.
and you
Okay,
may notice something. He's got a green screen. Did you notice that? That's right.
dude. DSP talked about him having a green screen before DSP got a green screen. Come on.
ReviewTech uses a green. I wonder who else uses a green screen. Well, let's take.
Clearly, he's talking about Kekken. I think he's talking about Kekken. Kekken had a green screen before DSP had the green screen. So, obviously, it's Kekken. Clearly, that's what he's talking about. But, like, dude, why are you pretending like, hey, he used a green screen? Who else uses a green screen? As if, like, DSP, like, pioneered green screen. DSP! This is such a weird thing to, like, harp on, that Rich having a green screen when he had a green screen before DSP. Remember when DSP bitched about Rich having a green screen where he's in front of like DSP's podcast set, and now he's like, you notice something? He has a green screen. But DSP, you literally have shat on people for having a green screen before you even got it. So how do you know, for starters, he even got it from you when literally other content creators and streamers have had a green screen in the past? And then on top of that, he's actually doing more than just, oh, I'm using a green screen to show me in Seattle. Oh, I like in these fucking stock images. Like, why does he do something like Gonzo with the green screen instead of like fucking, alright, like I'm in the stock image of Hawaii.
Let's take a look. Not me. You see a green screen behind me?
Wow, hilarious.
No, you want to know why? Because I actually use modern technology.
Oh my
I'm
god.
not using insanely
Dude. That's what he's talking about? And this is not a good argument, because green screen isn't outdated. It's just the other one is a little bit more like it's like OBS. OBS is a free application that people can download. So people download it to stream. It's very accessible. Anyone can use it. That doesn't mean it's the best streaming software out there, but it's free, so it automatically gets people to download it, and more people use it over time. And OBS does actually like update the application, this and that. So there's a lot that goes into it. Oh my god. Oh yeah. It's a fucking green screen. It's a higher quality than the fucking like artificial fake green screen where DSP's body like fades into oblivion.
outdated cheapo poor man tech.
Cheapo. Cheapo. Okay, so if it was so cheap to do green screen, why has DSP not done it when, for years, right? Like, arguably, what he's using is cheaper than the green screen, because you have to buy a whole ass camera. I doubt you need a special camera for it. You just need like chroma key. You need like the fucking green screen itself. Like, I don't know much about green screen setup, to be honest. I just know like the practicality, like, the quality difference. That's as far as my knowledge goes. But that's it.
I'm actually using good tech. So when
the
I'm
chair
on a
like
green
goes
screen,
away.
there's no microphone in the shop. There's no laptop in the shop.
Yeah, but if your face goes behind the mic, your face is gone. Like, come on. Like, and literally, his green screen makes his head look more like a cone. Look at his head now. He literally looks like he has a cone head.
My microphone doesn't disappear into the side of the fucking frame. It doesn't look cheap, because it's not.
It does
because
look
I
cheap.
actually care about my content.
Things are fading
But
into
this
nothing.
schlub basically saw me using a green screen months ago, and he got incredibly jealous because his setup looks awful. If you don't know, he's filming out of his spare bedroom. Okay? He has no lighting. He has a fucking corner lamp, like a bedroom.
I love him like leveraging. He's streaming out of a spare bedroom. Guys, you know that his little office he's streaming in, DSP that is actually made as a bedroom. Like, this house was made for a family of like 3 or 4. Well, you have the master bedroom, you have Panda Lee's office, which is the another bedroom, and you have this, which is a bedroom. Man, what are you what is this?
Room lamp is his lighting in the office. Not all the
Dude,
night.
he uses a fucking he uses a lamp for lighting as well. Go back like what, 2 years ago? Before he got the ring light. Look what he was using for lighting. Like, come on. But with this, he has actual box lights and other lighting equipment. That's way different than what DSP has. He just has a ring light.
The nice LEDs, or excuse me, RGBs that you see behind me that I edit every day, so you have a nice setup.
He edits
Okay.
the RGB, whatever. The
Nope,
RGB sucks,
nothing like
by
that.
the way.
This dumbass
They're
has
not
a
interesting,
fucking
and it's
painted
like
wall that's
just
blue
obnoxious.
and a cornered lamp.
It's a
All right, he has no setup at all.
You know is literally what DSP claims other people do. They put like stuff to like make people like flashy, so people are like, oh, it's a flashy stream. Like what he says about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. The dude literally just was like doing this with his streams and hoping that people like it.
So he got made fun of so badly when basically I upgraded my setup and it's 40 times better than his. He got incredibly jealous and he ran out and he bought a cheap green screen and he tried to set it up. And instead of actually doing it right, this is how
If
it's set
it's
up.
so cheap, why
So
didn't he
first
use
of
it for all these
it
years?
looks like he wants to fucking suck on his microphone, doesn't it? Does he not realize that the mic doesn't have to be in your mouth? Like, my microphone right now is about 7.
Is that why every time you talk, we have these constant mic issues with him? And the other thing is, you're looking at a dead-on perspective. You don't know the distance between the mic and his head. Like, let me just look at. If I'm standing like this, can you tell like the distance between the mic head and my chin? Like you can if I do like this, and you can hear the difference. But you know, like it's not exactly easy to gauge how close it is. It's I guess it's to a degree close. I'll say that, but it's like the kind of mic that it is. I think it needs to be closer to your mouth so you can actually like pick up on it. And I have seen other people use mics the same way. Well, that kind of mic.
7, 8 inches away from my mouth. It sounds fine, doesn't it? Does it sound here's what it would sound like if it was as close as he has it in his mouth. Okay? Now it might sound a little deeper, but in truth, I'm not
Oh my god, I'm just gonna say he did that intentionally. Because he's like, hello everyone. It's deeper. Because you're talking like that. Talk normally into the mic, but I guarantee if it's gonna be loud. It's gonna be loud.
Self-conscious about my testosterone levels, so I don't care that
Oh my
if it
god.
was as close as he has it in his mouth. Okay? Now, it might sound a little deeper, but in truth, I'm not like self-conscious about my testosterone levels, so I don't care that
I'm not self-conscious about my testosterone levels. Dude, what?
if I sit back a little bit slightly more like this, that my voice is a little bit more high-pitched.
But that's not how.
I think Rich is a little self-conscious about that because if he had a high-pitched voice, then everyone would make fun of him even more. So
Oh my god, dude. Like, he kind of doesn't understand that it sounds better when it's close to him. Like, he doesn't get it. He just thinks it's a thing to make you sound deeper, but it makes you sound clearer. Oh, whatever. Okay.
So he has to like kiss the mic. He's like licking it when he does his fucking content. You don't have to do that. All right.
Why do you make everything about dick jokes? Like,
in fact,
the whole thing was a long-standing dick joke, and also kind of like like he's also like insulted his testosterone level. I don't know if DSP's in the same position to make these kind of claims. You know what I'm saying?
doesn't need that mic arm at all. It serves no purpose. Because allow me to show you what the purpose of a mic arm is. Are you ready?
All
Here's
right,
why
what's
you
the
need a mic arm.
purpose?
Because if you have one, right, you can do awesome stuff. I can look like I'm on the beach,
What?
but then I can go to a wide shot and you can actually see my setup in the studio. When I'm playing a game, I can change my camera angle. So
What?
now the mic arm is repositioning the mic so it's not in the way of the shot. So now you can get a cool
Oh
face
my
cam over
God.
here, but then I could just go right back to the show over here. You see, that's the purpose of the mic arm. When you actually make content
What?
that requires it.
I mean,
Okay.
maybe I'm stupid, but isn't the point of a mic arm is to hold the microphone and not, because if you hold it with your hand, you're gonna be like it's gonna just be like it's gonna be like in motion, and you're gonna be hearing the wind hitting the mic, not the wind, but like, you know, whatever. Any reverberations, whatever. So you may want a mic stand to hold the mic, right? Am I wrong for thinking that? I don't think I am. I think I'm right. That's why you have a mic arm. But that's new to me. Yeah, you get the mic arm so you can do stuff with a green screen. What if I can't have it? Well, I don't know why I have a mic arm then. Okay.
Okay. Rich doesn't make content that requires that mic boom arm. He literally sits there like a fat fucking sack of lump. That is what he is, a sack of lump. Okay.
A sack of
And he
lump.
just
talks
Whatever.
like this into it.
But that's what
don't
you're
need
doing
any of the
now.
that he has
That's
right
what
now.
he's doing now. What is DSP doing? Sitting here and talking into the microphone. Why does he need a green screen? He only used it for gameplay and this,
Right?
right?
Also, you notice something? You notice that I'm able to read all of your fucking text text in the chat right now. I can respond to all of it. But you notice I don't have anything in front of me? Do you see a laptop?
Dude, this is fucking petty. Because other people can have an iPad in front of them or a laptop in front of them, and they can just use that to like look at chat, whatever. What is wrong with that? Like, what if he doesn't like? What if like? See, I actually want a 2 monitor setup, but when I game in the setup, I have to use this monitor as that. I use this for chat and all that. But there are times where I think if I had the I believe I would much rather have like my iPad closer to me so I can have a better chance looking at it, and I can like station it here or somewhere or something. But it's like DSP can't think of it like that. Or he's looking at that and doing research. Like he'd be thinking of something. Oh, I don't know. Then he can just research it. Like who cares? He does have a laptop in front of him. It's just you don't see it on camera. But who cares?
Do you want to know why he actually has that laptop in front of him? I'm going to show you later. Because he takes his shirt off, but he doesn't want to show like his nipples and his disgusting stomach. So he actually
Okay.
blocks his body with the laptop. So he says, "Oh, my shirt's off." But he
Okay,
actually
but what if, right? Because you know, if a woman is topless, that might get flagged for inappropriate content or just removed. What if like it would label the stream like inappropriate or whatever when it's just him being topless? Who cares? DSP, you realize that you insist like I think Theo Theory time when he wanted the gameplay camera to be like focused on him dead on. I think part of that was because the other camera angle was displaying his man tits a lot better. Then when you have dead on, you may have like instances where you don't see the man tits as much. I mean, look how defensive he got when PBB confronted about the man boobs. Like, I get man boobs, and then he tried to play it off. Like, this dude is mocking Rich for seemingly being embarrassed to show his man tits, but DSP has made decisions to hide his own man tits. Make it make
actually
sense.
isn't topless because the laptop is blocking this disgusting sagging part of his body. So it's just ridiculous that this fucking guy makes content.
Wait, what?
But he actually isn't topless because the laptop is, but he doesn't want to show like his nipples and his disgusting stomach. So he actually blocks his body with the laptop. So he says, "Oh, my shirt's off," but he actually isn't topless because the laptop is blocking this.
I'm shirtless, but I'm not topless? What? Okay, I mean, Sure. Rich thinks like that. Yeah.
This disgusting, sagging.
Let's
part
not
of
think
his
about it
body.
too hard.
So it's just
I-
ridiculous that this fucking guy.
it is so funny to me how DSP can like look at Rich and just not really know what to do at all about shitting on Rich. Like at all. He just doesn't know. He's confused. He doesn't know.
Guy makes content that anyone watches to begin with. And on top of that, his setup is so lame. He thinks that copying me, that he, okay, Rich, you're not copying me. You're a sad, pathetic attempt to be me. You wish you were me. You're not. You never will be. I'll always be better than you. It's too late. All right? Doesn't matter how many.
Remember in the past where he said that there are people who go on through life where they think that they're better than you and this and that about how people should treat everyone nicely and this and that. Look at him now. He is talking. He's using Rich as a punching bag to like kind of like cope with his shitty life. And then on top of that, acting superior over him, a personality trait that DSP said was bad, by the way. So in one stream, he did everything he said that was bad. Incredible.
Cheap green screens you buy, how many new shirts you put on, how many mic arms, how many fucking microphones you suck. You still
For him to say how many mic arms is Rich when he bought like what 3 mic arms?
suck. All right? Your content is garbage, and it always will be. So just stop. Do something original and stop trying to fucking be me, you pathetic fucking sack. Okay, now let's actually watch some of the content.
So what should he do?
Ready for this?
Because
I know I'm not.
He's only saying that Rich is copying him off of the sole fact he has a green screen, which is like not. It doesn't make sense because other people had used green screens, and during that time, DSP said it adds nothing. By the way, so for him to say that Rich is copying him for using a green screen is insane. When everything DSP has done is stolen from other people. Oh, I have my face cam on for my stream because other streamers have their face cam. Oh, I have green screen because other streamers have green screen. Okay.
I mean, seriously, I know I'm not. I skimmed through the actual stream, and I couldn't believe what I was seeing, to the point where not only twice but 3 times I laughed so hard I almost pissed myself. All right, so let's start. Let's just randomly start here and see what's going on in the world of ReviewTechUSA today. Ready?
Ready?
Shit to get off my. Has nothing to do with locale or anything like that. So
I have shit to get off my breasts. It has nothing to do with lolcow. He actually has a button he presses that says breasts.
Oh my god.
Fuckhead! Oh, and by the way, during this show, basically what was happening.
Oh my god,
was
great pause.
These weed.
Great pause. Oh my god. You want to get this with DSP. He doesn't even know the gold mine you can get when you freeze frame sometimes.
Or marijuana edibles during his show.
What?
Oh, and by the way, during this show, basically what was happening was he was actively eating these weed or marijuana edibles during his shows. Then he was drinking these weed-infused drinks.
I don't think he ever drank that, but okay, let's all pretend that he did, I guess.
Okay. Everyone gave him shit for it and says, no, you can't, you're working high.
Dude, he's not like operating a machinery. He's not like doing like IRL jobs, or he's not a doctor. He's not in a position where you wouldn't want the person to be high, right? Again, all that happens when you get high is you just get lazy and you just eat and you sit down. But whatever, okay.
It's embarrassing. Stop doing it. So now he insists that when he goes on stream that he's sober.
Oh man.
But as you're gonna see over the course of this stream,
I think what's embarrassing when it comes to getting high is it's kind of like, depending on kind of like what you do, right? Because just the act of being high isn't necessarily embarrassing, but if you're high and you're doing stupid shit, I mean, come on.
His eyes become increasingly more squinty and sucked and swollen into his face. His language actually.
Dude, what? This is coming from a guy who claims he smoked weed. Your eyes get swollen? What? So do you get like anime eyes when you get high? You just become a giant anime character? And then no, it's swollen and wait.
But
Do
as you're
this
gonna see
again.
over the course of this stream,
When DSP talk about people getting high, it's just to me, it's so funny. It's really like the most ignorant person trying to act as if he knows what happens when you're high, and it's like you don't know. This person doesn't know what goes on.
his eyes become increasingly more squinty and sucked and swollen into his face.
Sucked and
His
swollen.
language actually
I mean, I don't necessarily know about like the droopy eyes, but you get red eyes, you know, whatever. I mean, not red, but I think it's just you just get high.
becomes increasingly more slurred. It's very
Slurred?
obvious he took something.
I don't think you get slurred speech from marijuana. I think that's alcohol, my guy. You may talk maybe a little bit slower, but I don't think it's like. I don't think you're slurring. I don't think it's that.
Before the before his stream, and it's affecting him more and more over the course of the stream. So even though he's drinking a polar ice seltzer water, right? It doesn't matter. He's already high.
I mean,
Okay.
water doesn't make you like. A lot of people will think like, oh yeah, if you're drunk, just drink some water and that'll be enough. Like that's not what it will do. Like all that water, it will probably do is probably like soften the blow of the hangover because of other reasons. But you're not gonna like become sober or whatever. Like if you get really drunk and then you drink a lot of water, that doesn't mean you're gonna be fit to drive. Don't worry, I drink 10 bottles of water to cancel the 20 beers. All good. Give me the car keys.
Like I actually went on there like, yo, I'll take Wing's spot. I'm a fucking drama mongering dickhead. I actually, you know what?
Rich actually believes that Keemstar wanted him to go on Lolcow Live and replace Wings of Redemption. That literally was never in any discussion.
How does he know? How does DSP know what was and wasn't in the discussion?
Ever.
He
was never even considered for that.
How would he know?
It was considered to bring him on to be on a side show, not the main show. No, he was not going to replace Boogie or Wings. This guy's insane.
How does DSP know these agreements and what was said?
That he was going to replace.
Let's replace the cows, right? Let's pretend DSP's in Rich's position, right? And DSP said, they're gonna have me replace Wings? And then like Rich like, no, that's not true, that didn't happen. Like, you know what DSP would say, right? How would Rich know? It's not like he talked to Keem.
Replace one of the main attractions.
This is also the guy that said that, according to DSP, his role in Lolcow Live was gonna be the straight man. Which I don't think was the agreement. Call me crazy, I don't think Keem went up to, okay, so we're gonna have Boogie and Wings, and you're gonna be the straight guy. Like, I don't think that was the agreement. I don't think that was gonna happen.
Actions of Lolcow Live, even though he was never offered to be on that show to begin with.
How would DSP know that?
Because of the time slot. Oh, and they were like, oh, we got to split it 2 ways. Listen, motherfucker, let me tell you something, Keemstar. Look at me. Look at me right now. First off, I was going to do the other show, and you know that. Secondly, I would make you money on there. I'd make you money.
See his eyes now? See his eyes are starting to droop?
And dude, like, his eyes still look white. And again, this is just him looking at, like, whatever.
Like, look at me, Keemstar.
This is really like when he, like, paused the pot, like, a Rich video or whatever. He paused it, then, like, he had his eyes closed. And he's like, see, look, he's high! Look, I paused, see? And it's like, dude, he was blinking. Oh, man.
Star, you look at me. Who are you?
Who
Do you think you're in
you?
fucking New York City or something like an old-time mafioso, dude? Rich, we are looking at you, and we're all laughing.
Dude, it's
we
honestly
can't help it.
a
We
joke.
can't look at you for more than half a second
Whatever.
without cracking up, realizing what a fucking degenerate human you are. Like, what the hell, dude? By the way, thank you to Zimmer.
What the hell,
Zimmer
dude?
with a gifted sub there over on Kick. Thank you so very much, Zimmer. I appreciate that. Let's get that on the leaderboard there. Added in. Thank you, Zimmer. I mean, it's just hilarious how the guy talks. I would have made you money on that main show. I would have
DSP
done.
said that too.
Rich, you're
Like,
not on.
You know, in a way, it's really like DSP does have little bits of himself all over the place. He sees himself in Nintendo, he sees himself in YouTube, he sees himself in Rich, because he had similar rants about the initial Keem discussion about DSP being on Lolcow Live. You know I would make them money. They know I would get them attention, man. He always brought that up in other ways.
On Lolcow anymore. You're sitting here in your awful office, in your awful setup, streaming to a couple hundred people who hate you, who are literally just here to make fun of you. You're a clown.
Okay.
You're never going to have popularity ever again, positivity ever again. It's gone. And it's
He's
your
never gonna
fault.
get-
You're the one who
okay.
squandered it all. Because you could have had it.
You're the
But
one.
instead, you just kept on with your ways of being a schlub. Okay.
Okay.
On there.
Okay.
People tell me, oh, Rich, you're all about drama. Yes, I am.
Could someone do us a favor? Could someone break his stream deck? Because between breasts and the fucking canned claps,
How is the can claps bad when you have DSP who just this the worst, which is arguably worse. But this dude is like this. But meanwhile, you look at DSP's sound stream deck and it has like boomer noises. And he barely uses it. He does. He had you blew it. Never use it ever, never. Doesn't use it during gameplay. Don't use this, and then when he does, he's like, ah.
fuckhead.
Then that's what he would do. Like, he would do his whole performance to hit a button. And then this dude is like mocking Rich for having other stuff on his stream deck that is, you know, probably a little bit more interesting than what DSP has out of sheer comparison. But I think, honestly, if you ask me, I think mine is the best because clearly I got the GOAT. Look at this. Listen to this.
I want you to speak the truth.
I am not crazy. He'll never change. This chicanery.
You think about the choice you're making. The rule of law, the idea.
Exactly. You agree. You all agree with this.
I am not crazy.
Apps at this point, I think actually you would actually be doing the human race, like and Earth in general, like a fucking big service to just take that and just like fuck smash, just
I think
destroy
we
it. Because if he didn't have that shit to interrupt what he's saying, he actually would lose his train of thought. Because look at him. He actually
What?
has lost his train of thought. He has to press the laugh track so his brain can catch up. His
Oh
adult
my
brain
god,
is so high right now.
dude! Listen to the beginning of this, or somewhere in between. He was like, "Well, he stammers his own fucking bullshit a lot, and he thinks, oh yeah, I like drama." And then he would play like this.
You think about the choice you're making.
But that's bad because he's buffering time. When DSP told us that he does filler words that fill time to buffer the thing he's thinking about saying next or whatever the fuck, he said a lot of weird shit because he's totally not an alien.
Now he has to take like 10, 15 seconds to catch up. So here, wait 5 to 10 seconds for the laugh to end, and then I can say my next thing because I'm just can't even have a stream of thought.
Dude,
right?
it's not
Imagine
that
every
long of a
time I
clip.
said something, I played I don't know this.
What? That's what he has. Boomer noises. Noises he had on his little toy sound box you buy for a 10-year-old. Oh no, that's too old. Like a 6-year-old. Because I don't think a 10-year-old would want that trash. They'd be playing something cooler. And DSP was like, just took those sound effects and put it in his own soundboard, stream deck, whatever. These aren't interesting things or cool things to listen to. And, you know, the criticism that of Rich spamming the stream deck is kind of old. I mean, everyone has criticized Rich for doing it. But when you compare it to DSP, honestly, I think you know, DSP worked his miracle of somehow he has the worse stream deck than Rich. I don't know. I don't know how he does it. I don't know. Like, come on.
Like, wow, that's great. Really added a lot. Wait, I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, that's right. I was gonna say that this guy's a fat sack. Right? Like,
Dude, DSP does this all the time, basically. Oh, man. Okay.
this is stupid. It's awful content.
Well, maybe it's not for comedic
By the
effect.
way, hilarious. He's got a green screen set up, and he's too stupid to realize that because he wears glasses, it reflects the green screen back. So constantly he has black holes where his eyes should be. He can't
Okay.
figure this out.
Dude, look at your own setup! Your chair fades into oblivion and fades back into reality all the time. Your mic shows in and out sometimes. It's really ridiculous.
Like, if you have a green
And then
screen,
sometimes when he like angles his head just right, he looks like he has an actual dent in his forehead. And he's mocking Rich for having reflections.
can't wear reflective glasses because the green screen will pick it up, or else you got to chroma key it out. But he doesn't get it. He's that stupid.
What if he needs glasses?
I'm actually gonna.
This
be
is
on-
kind of fucked up because I don't know Rich's eyesight situation, but I assume he needs them to see. Otherwise, he wouldn't be wearing them all the time, right?
there for a hot minute tonight, so that's why I'm stream. What is it, 11?
But you
Yeah.
know what? You know what's funny about this though? When DSP used to wear the gunner glasses, it would always reflect back the ring light, and he told us it's not a big deal. Who cares? But it's a big deal. But he didn't need to wear glasses. That's the kicker. He doesn't need to wear the gunner glasses. He didn't need to wear it, and he wore it anyway. And that reflected was a waste of time, waste of everything. Rich can't decide. I don't want to wear glasses today. Then have a hard time like seeing what's around him. Right? Come on. And then if he needs the glasses to see. If he ever gets up, he might stream him falling over so that DSP can make fun of him for tripping. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If
Look,
it's real,
look at the black, look at black holes in his eyes. Oh my god!
If it's real,
I'm gonna catch it right there.
If I know how the show works, if it's real,
Oh yeah, it's funny. So,
Oh
during
my
this
god!
2-hour
Look, it
broadcast-
happened only once, and DSP's like, I gotta capture it, and he
That's
gave
what
up.
he did. He kept talking about supposedly he's supposed to go on Lulkow Tech Talk that night, but he says, I know how the show works. I don't know if it's real or not, but I'm going to assume it is. So he's doing a 2-hour stream to give time so that he can go on the Lulkow Tech Talk show. However, during this stream, he fucks all of that up completely. I'm going to show you why. It's one of the most hilarious things I think I've ever seen in my life. Will you see how he fucks it up during this 2-hour stream before he appears on the Lulkow
All
stuff?
right, how does he
that
fuck it
I
up?
would do. Not only would I do that and fucking kill it.
So, are we
period.
going to be watching
I'm
the
not
full
even, That's not an
stream?
assumption. This isn't
Like,
me even me trying.
you know, the thing is, I kind of wish DSP had more of an idea of what he wanted to do. I don't know what, like, because all Rich is doing is discussing, like, being on a show or whatever, and I don't know, I don't quite know what DSP's criticizing. He's just like, you think you're gonna be on Lulkow, idiot? Oh, like this is kind of petty stuff that is like not worth a video. Like this is like if I decide to make a video because DSP he wore a shirt I hated and he just talked about the shirt for like 10 hours.
Trying to beg. It's
Oh, I should have captured
Rich,
that.
when did you ever kill
whatever.
anything? You've admitted that in your own content in the past, you were bad. The content was just regurgitated news stories.
No,
and-
fuck, I'm gonna try to get it because I think
Trying
I. No, wait, I can get it.
not only would I do that and fucking kill it, period. I'm not even. That's not an assumption.
Okay, there we go. Maybe it could be a second later.
That's
You got options.
this isn't even me trying to beg. It's
Rich, when did you ever kill anything? You've admitted that in your own content in the past, you were bad. The content was just regurgitated news stories and opinions that weren't even your own. And any modern content you make is just making fun of me or
Me?
sitting here like a sad sack. Like, you don't have content. So what makes you think that you were going to be on Lulkow and kill it? Kill it with what?
How do you
You
know
don't
what he
have
has and
anything to offer the
hasn't?
planet. Don't
How
you get
does
it?
he know?
Nothing. Zero. You are a vacuous black hole.
Again, this is
You're
the criticism DSP is giving to Rich he would hate it if people gave it to him, right? Like, again, when you're like, I'm gonna teach Phil how to do troll content. He should at least have an idea of what he's criticizing, right? Like, I don't think this is worth talking about because this is a basically what if. Like, DSP doesn't know what Rich had or has or hasn't. He doesn't know what he would offer. He's saying he has nothing to offer because DSP hates Rich.
The biggest waste of time. The fact
Like,
that
he's not even like, you know, he also criticizes other trolls for not giving him the chance, not letting him explain or whatever. Like, he's not even listening to what Rich has to say. He's been nitpicking everything about his setup and saying that he has nothing to offer. Like definitively he has nothing to offer.
anyone sits on your stream and throws you shekels so that you'll dance like the monkey you are is amazing to me. You should be grateful for what you have. Don't be sad that you got kicked off the show. All right? Just be happy that you got like 5 seconds on said show. You're
Okay,
absolutely
but
ridiculous. What you have
whatever.
nothing you would offer if
Sure.
you were on there. They would all just take pot shots at you and you would stand there like the target you are. You know, like at the carnival, the person who sits on the bench and people throw the balls when
Oh,
they hit the target,
man.
it dunks at the dunk tank. That's you forever. You're the donkey.
That's donkey.
They're the dunkers. Wings of Redemption and Boogie are your dunkers. I want you to think about that for a
Man.
second.
I got a question. Who told DSP to go on the Truth Seeker podcast? Who told DSP to do it, right?
Okay.
Just a
Okay.
fact. I would fucking blow up the main lolcow show.
You blow it up.
Facts.
Oh my God.
So
I can't even comment.
all Rich is saying is I would blow it up. I have stuff to offer, and all DSP has to say to it is no, you don't. Great criticism, man.
The guy doesn't understand.
Very meaningful.
Who does Lolcow want on their show? They want people who, like, when they're on there, it'll be a moment, right? So his moment was to go on there, get embarrassed completely, and get thrown the fuck off with the quickness. That was it. That was his moment. His moment is done. He's nothing else to offer anyone on the internet. His time is over, right?
Okay.
He just doesn't get it.
How does he know that? Like, DSP's
it's
really
not
talking
that-
as if he was in the writer's room of Lolcow Live and he knew how everything was like orchestrated and worked out, which he doesn't. Again, this is not a meaning. Like, DSP wants, also criticizes troll content for not having meaningful content. He always say that his drama content he did last year was meaningful because it gave insight and this and that, right? But what insight does he have? He's talking about a show he's not involved in, about Rich's involvement, which he doesn't even know the degree of what Rich was involved in. And the whole time DSP's saying like, that's not your involvement, Rich, you don't know. But what does he know? He's making a video responding to Rich, talking about Lolcow Tech Talk or whatever the fuck, and DSP has no knowledge and is talking out of his ass. This is the exact behavior DSP said was bad, by the way.
That I would be sitting there doing a big thing of grab ass with Keem. All right, that's already going to be these. No.
All right.
Oh,
Do you see
no.
what just happened?
Oh, man.
So I want you to take a look at the upper left-hand corner of the screen. It's a little hard to see because I have my leaderboard over it. You know, my leaderboard that's getting nicely
Oh, God,
generated with your
cat's
contributions, so
crying.
thank you for that. But I'll remove it for a second just to show you. So his actual pop-ups on his stream.
This is really bad, by the way. This is a really bad
is
cope what he's going to
my
say.
incident phase from 2016. I'm going to repeat that. From 2016.
Oh, look, the kick chat's on it. This dude is going to be mocking Rich for having the FAP emote. Or no, the FAP animation for a contribution or whatever. And DSP said that that's bad. Meanwhile, DSP has a FAP face as an emote. And then, you know what, DSP talked about how, like, Rich is insecure about X, Y, and Z. When May 1st came around last year, he tried so hard not to say May 1st. And he didn't want to, and then, on top of that, he just didn't want to talk about the fappening. at all. But he has an emote of it, and then it gets really defensive when Rich even like dogs on it. But then he gives other people a random like, well, it's one thing to make fun of the incident. It's another to throw a brick at my head. Like,
16, it is now 9 years old in the past. Okay? So his pop-ups are my incident face with a relaxing relief sound effect. In fact, you know what, Rich? Here you go. Ready? I'm going to give you a freebie. You can use that from now
you
on
should
as your
use
audio
the
clip. If you're
chicken
gonna
sound
do
he
it, at
did
least use
for that
my
Like a
voice,
Dragon
you fucking
stream.
pathetic sack.
That's
use
what he
my
should
real sound
use.
effect, okay? So he has that playing. That is his actual pop-up for for his contributions.
Okay.
All right? Because you might say, oh, wait a minute. Look, Phil, he removed your face from his setup now, so now you can't say that you're constantly on his mind and he's obsessed with you. Yeah, except that every single time someone contributes, it's my O face on his screen. I want you to think about that. So
Okay.
now it used to be behind him.
Oh, look at the
and he
name
didn't see
too.
it.
Phil
Now he
Croissant
actively sees that popping
Nipples.
up on his screen every day, constantly.
All right.
You don't think he's obsessed with me yet? Really?
DSP, you're just as upset.
I'd say you're mistaken.
Obsessed with
okay?
him as he is
By
of,
the way,
of you fapping. I mean, like the fact that
received
he's this like worked up about it, it says something.
a $2 tip. Someone says, Keem had high hopes for Rich to be successful on the show. He was doing fine in the beginning. Rich then started no call, no showing, quitting, then coming back, refusing to do content, basically being a huge burden on Tech Talk. Well, does that sound surprising to anyone? This is the guy who doesn't have the work ethic to do his own content regularly. What made you think that he was going to change just because someone put him under a contract to make other kinds of content? You know,
What if you don't want to be owned by
he's not going to
right?
change overnight. You know, and
That's what
quite
he's
frankly, I don't think he's ever
I don't
gonna
want to
change.
do
He's
stuff for
always
Keem
gonna
because
be
I want to
this
be
kind of person,
indebted to
right?
Keem.
Anyway, so that's
What if
just
he
the
just
beginning
wanted
of
the
his show,
accolades
all right? And
of
as you can see,
being
we
on
scrolled
Loco
through.
TikTok?
I skimmed through it last night, admittedly. He tries to
All
talk
right, good.
politics. He has no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh.
He's so fucking confused.
Man,
and mind-addled.
ironic,
He doesn't
right?
know who he's
Yeah,
talking
he
about.
doesn't know. He doesn't know.
The best part about Rich's show, all right,
He doesn't know
is
anything about
that
politics. Like
someone
like
will do a
DSP
super chat.
doesn't know.
He'll start to respond to that super chat, and he'll be in the middle of a thought, and then another super chat will come in, and he'll just start responding to the next. So he literally never finishes a thought. So this guy would say, listen, I only care about justice for Peanut the squirrel. And he'll go, well, Peanut, wait, who's Peanut the squirrel? Because I think, and then someone else will super chat, and he'll immediately go to that one. So it never.
Okay,
you
what
think,
if that's
oh,
a
I'm tuning
bit
in for his
though?
opinions? You actually
Like,
never get.
you realize that DSP gets a lot of like there are moments where he gets a lot of like super chats and this then a day, and he'll just read them and not read the body or just give bullshit answers, right? Like it like
his opinion. You get half
Like,
of a
whatever.
sentence, and then there's another piece of content that begins. He doesn't have the wherewithal to actually finish a thought. Okay, it's pretty pathetic.
What if he doesn't want to talk about
Anyway,
it?
So continuing on, because this is all very boring. He basically just blabs with his audience, and as you can see, look at all the super chats coming in. So he makes bank. Like, I'm not gonna crap on this guy right now for what he's making. He's making
Oh
bank.
man, it's so funny how he respects out above all else people making money. Unless it's a titty streamer, if they make money, that's gross and sick and vile, and they should go to jail. But these other people, that might make dangerous drama, terrible content. Hey, at least they're making a lot of money. Okay, sure,
Bank
whatever.
on this show. He's getting $5 super chat, $5 super chat, $5 super chat.
$5.
I think he has a minimum $5 super chat. Okay, and that's what it
Okay.
is. So $5 to get on screen, and a lot
Isn't
of
that
these super
greedy?
chats are
Yeah.
quite embarrassing insults.
Okay.
And
But they
some
had
of
to-
them are dumb,
but they also had to pay
crazy
$5
things
to
set
do
him up
that.
to say something dumb.
Think about that.
You know, he's talking about. Look, he's talking about dementia, right? It's
Right.
all kinds of stuff. Because
What about
he's
dementia?
leftist. If you didn't know, he's to the
Oh,
left.
Hold on. I want to read what this says. Through all this egregious bullshit we're seeing from Trump, let's not forget frontotemporal dementia is frontal dementia. Okay, Dementia is absolutely front and center with him. Okay, so that's just saying that, oh, Trump has dementia. I mean, he is, like, in his 80s, I think. Yeah, I think he's in his 80s. Either, like, late 70s, early 80s. I think he's up there. He's definitely a senior citizen, definitely. But, I mean, people can be saying that, they said that about Biden as well. I mean, I like that this is the line of, see, they hate Trump because they said that like, I mean, dude, come on. How do you know that? People can say it could be critical of their own presidential candidate, you know?
He's talking about, look, he's talking about dementia, right? It's all kinds of stuff. Because he's leftist. If you didn't know, he's to the left, so he hates.
By the way, Rich also wanted to do like streams leaning to the right as well. Like, I don't know if he's still doing that grift or that idea. I don't know what happened. I kind of like, I was like, I don't care, and I just moved on. So I don't know where he is ultimately. I just think he's just a political grifter. He just wants to go on one side or the other, just to see which pays more, and then goes with that.
He hates Trump. He hates the Republican Party. And so anyone who insults Trump, immediately he loves this person. So it is.
Dude, okay, you know what? Now let's go back to Phil, right? He's like, oh, you see, he's a left-leaning guy. Oh, man, I have a lot to say, I guess. But this dude is like, see, he's a left-leaning guy, so if it's anything about shitting on Trump and this and that. Meanwhile, this dude was shitting on Biden the whole time. And then when people are like, hey, Phil, are you right-wing? He's like, no, I'm center, man. I don't do extremes. But the second someone says Trump is a doo-doo head, he's like, see, he's a leftist, clearly. Like, it's the mentality that he every time he does content like this, he falls to doing the same shit he says other people are doing that's bad, by the way. Because he's saying this based off of another person's super chat that said, like, Trump has Alzheimer's. Dude, that's just a statement. People were saying that about Biden. Like, dude, there were so many jokes about Biden and, like, him shitting on camera, too. Like, there was, like, one interview where people were like, did he, like, fucking shit in his pants? Like, it was shit like that all the time. Like, I mean, come on. Come on now, dog.
What is people will contribute just to bait him into thinking like that they're agreeing with him, and in reality they're not. They're just baiting him into saying dumb shit constantly, and that's basically like
So it's
the whole
okay,
first
yeah.
hour of this stream. It's incredibly boring.
I just hear
Him
this.
into thinking
Hear
he
this
hates
again.
Trump, he hates the Republican Party, and so anyone who
But also, like,
insults Trump, immediately
why?
he loves this person.
Whatever.
So it is
okay.
people will contribute just to bait him
What
into thinking.
if he's a Republican?
like-
He's just critical of Trump. I mean, you do realize there are Republicans who also don't like Trump, correct? I mean, that's like assuming every Democrat loved Biden, or that they loved Kamala. I mean, there's a lot of people who are in a political party line that also don't like the candidates that's in that party.
like that they're agreeing with him, and in reality they're not. They're just baiting him into saying dumb shit constantly, and that's basically like the whole first hour of this stream. It's incredibly boring because it's just him meandering and never actually saying anything. Now
it's
we're
like
gonna
a
get to the
level
good
one
part right
podcast.
now. Okay,
Like, go to
This is where the
any of
fun
these podcasts.
begins.
Go to any of DSP's podcasts that has nothing to talk about, and you'll notice when he has nothing to talk about, he literally just stands there like this the whole time. He just sits there, and he's saying it like, "Well, you see, Rich meanders. DSP, you meander. You're the definition of it."
So it's about halfway into his stream. Keep in mind he has to keep his stream short because he's supposed to appear on the Lolcow Tech Talk later tonight. Live on stream, he decides he wants to check in to see what's going on with the people from the Lolcow shows. So he actually opens his Discord.
Okay.
He puts the Discord on the screen of his stream without permission, for the record. Like, no one knows that they're on his stream when he does this.
But they're on
He
stream,
accidentally forgets to hide any of the
if they're
info.
streaming,
So he literally is exposing
Like,
all the people on
okay,
Discord who
whatever.
he talks to. And then,
I
all
think
right, I'm
DSP
just
has
gonna
done
play
this
the
as
video.
well. He's done this too.
I'm just gonna play the video, all right? And you're gonna see.
Like,
it.
he
Here
can't
we go.
really say much.
No fucking donations. Both of you guys suck fucking dick. Turn on your camera, Santa Claus.
I got here. Listen.
Fucking
Listen,
motherfucking
listen,
retard.
Becky, will
No, you listen,
Listen.
Linda.
Will you come
There's
to our
Rich.
show
There's
tonight?
Rich. There's Rich. Rich, handle it. Handle it, Rich.
Oh, man.
This
You know what,
motherfucker's a
Becky?
pervert, Rich.
Becky,
Mike,
Becky,
Mike, you're
I'd
looking.
like-
Hold on. Let me change so
Becky,
people
who's
can
in
see.
charge of the show? Who am I talking to right now? Is it you?
No.
You want to talk to me?
So this is his stream right now.
Oh,
Okay, this is his
what happened to
actual
this
stream.
audio?
All right, take a look at the left-hand side of the screen.
Yeah, it's just you can't even really make out what's there. Honestly, like you can't even if you focus in on it. I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily raw fill or whatever, but it's like, I mean, come on.
He actually has private Discord info on the screen right now. Like, this
How is
should
it-
not be public knowledge, what's being put out there. He's showing all his contacts.
How is this? Oh man, I don't think he knows how Discord works. Because the things on the left, I mean, maybe you have multiple DMs, that's the case, and you're not in any server, but if you're in multiple servers, they are in a huge conga line like that. But okay, sure.
He's showing his entire discussion history. You can see everyone he's ever talked with. That's private info.
What? You don't? No, you don't. Okay, let's even assume that all this stuff on the left were all DMs. You don't even see the body of the DM. Like no one's gonna be like, Rich, I saw your DM with Bob, and you said a lot of fucked up shit. But where is it? You don't. Where is it here?
That should never be put on a stream ever. Now, admittedly, when I was getting into the tech stuff, I fucked up once or twice. I did. I made mistakes. And so,
Multiple times.
you guys
Not
are
more than that. I mean, literally, Tolo had to wait a long ass time to be like on his show because of Discord issues.
that's kind of hypocritical. This guy has literally been doing this shit for months
man.
and months. He's been working with Keemstar. He's been working with Jay. He's been working. Why is he doing this insanely unprofessional thing right now on his stream? Just exposing all of this information. All right. In addition, take a look at his layout. Do you see that down here? It says goal 50, members 30. So look at my goal bar right now at the top of my screen. You see that?
Oh
See,
man,
nice text. We got font. We got
dude,
colors.
who
It's moving,
cares?
It's beautiful.
Who
His
cares
goal
about
bar
the fucking font?
is that text at the bottom of the screen.
Oh wow,
Like, what the fuck? And no, this is not a bit. Someone just said, what is this, a bit? This is not a bit.
this
What
is
he's
not
doing
a
on
bit.
stream, he wasn't supposed to do. He wasn't supposed
Warning,
to actually
warning!
join
This
the
is not a
show.
bit.
This was just something he decided to do live during his stream for no reason. And the funniest part about all of it, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, what's funny?
that's really him in the bottom left. Where's my cursor? Right here. This is
Okay.
actually what his room looks like. This is his
Okay.
green screen setup. That fucking
Oh.
dumpy ass piece of shit room. That's what he broadcasts
Oh
out
my
of.
god.
That room is smaller than mine. This is
So what should Rich do? You know, he's saying this, acting as if like, you know, buying a house is cheap. Like Rich could just walk out and buy 10 houses for $1. Like, dude, what do you want him to do? Like, this is kind of like like people can say that about DSP. I guess. I mean, they're saying like his office is a bad layout, but he's not doing anything to like. He could probably reposition his entire layout. Honestly, Rich, from the most part, it looks fine. He's just talking in front of a camera. He doesn't need like a whole like setup.
is actually worse and smaller than my room right now. You can see his shitty painted wall behind him. His fucking dude, there's the lamp. You could see the corner lamp. The bedroom lamp is sticking out from behind his shitty green screen. Okay, so this is what it looks like when the green screen's on.
Look at
This
DSP's
is his
hand right
actual
now. It's
setup.
floating
Why
on
does he have
the
a monitor on
timeline
behind
bar.
it? What
Where
does
is
that
his
need to be
hand?
on for? Beyond for? Like, this is the
Dude.
setup of a 14-year-old girl who streams
And then
casually.
I love the fucking sexism that DSP has. Yeah, 14-year-old girl. Yeah, as we all know, 14-year-old girls, you know what they got in their room? Green screen and lamps. Yeah, you know, man. You know, when you have a daughter and she grows to be 14, that's the problem. They start building green screens. They just want to have them.
On the internet, right? Like, this is fucking. Did you ever watch Glee? There was that girl who was supposed to be like the cheerleader Brittany or whatever, and she would do a show, Fondue for Two. It was her and her cat eating fondue, and they would record it with her phone and put it on the internet. That's the level, the
Oh,
production
man.
level of his quality. He's making fondue for two.
I'm about to
to
throw up.
thousands of people on
What the
fucking
fuck
internet
is he
every day.
talking about?
And people just sit there
Fucking
and point.
comparing this to Glee, a show that's like what, a fucking comedy for like teenagers. And I believe you watched Glee with Panda Lee, by the way. So he wasn't that like young watching it either. I don't think DSP was the target audience for Glee. I'm just gonna say it.
Point and laugh. So, I mean, what is the point, Rich, of setting up the
What's
green
the
screen
point?
if you just fucking expose the mystique behind it immediately? Like, what the fuck is it? Looks terrible.
What? We already know he's
And
in
by the
front
way,
of the
again,
green
these
screen.
people have no idea right now that he is joining a show in broadcasting. Keep in mind, he's not part of the Lolcow group. He's not part of their show. So the fact that he's doing this is all underhanded behind their back, and he's doing this to get content for himself. They don't know this is going on right now. They think he's just randomly joining a call, you know, because he's in there in the contact list or whatever. You know, he's good for drama, right?
But
So
can
here we
you
go.
like
So let's see
limit
how
who
you ready
can
for this?
come
This is
in and out
hilarious.
of calls?
So by the way, that guy in the upper middle, that's David Jaffe. I forgot how to pronounce his last
Oh
name.
boy.
He was the head developer of Twisted Metal. He was one of the head developers of God of War. He is a legend in the game development
A
industry.
legend.
And Keemstar has gotten him to be the replacement host on Lolcow Tech Talk. That is a
Sure.
huge get.
Yeah, man, I
Now,
totally
to
believe
be
that.
honest, David actually has a lot of trolls and a lot of drama stuff he's involved in as well. So not only does he fit this show
How does he know
perfectly,
that?
but also he fits the drama sphere.
How does he know
of-
that David Jaffe's gonna stay in Lolcow Tech Talk? How does he know that? Okay,
Lolcow
whatever.
stuff. So basically, that's is a great win for Keem, in my opinion.
Great
I think it was
win.
probably a great move. You know, credit where credit is due. And so Rich
You
is
know,
joining this show.
You know, I
What is
feel like that DSP falls in the bracket that treats like, I don't know how to describe it, because game devs are people at the end of the day. They have lives. They don't get paid a lot either. You know, they get paid like probably modest amount. You know, whatever. But DSP thinks as if like game developers are like celebrities, but they're not. You know, like whatever.
is going on?
What am I? What am I? Your second choice?
Okay, then
Yeah,
never
pretty
mind.
much.
I'll find some other people. Wanted to know if you wanted to come on and help us go through
Listen.
these sex toys and tell us
No.
which ones are.
No, whore,
Right
no.
now. Shut
Yeah,
the fuck
listen,
up.
I
Here,
have
I'm
a-
muting Tina for a minute too. Rich, you're muted too. Stop cucking the content. You're enough of a cuck yourself. Anyway, David, I would have been the perfect choice for this because I actually do like talking about sex.
I am hearing that people have told me.
Wow,
they
this is
said
a
if they're
good
gonna
dialogue.
talk
Why is it?
about
I wish
these
DSP actually listened to what they're
you really
talking
wanna have
about.
Becky on, and I said, well, why? And they said because she's very comfortable with her sexuality. And
You're
she
talking about
was saying she was
sexuality
off-
and
Why
no,
is Rich? This is
no, you know what? Okay, let's talk about this, right? So I guess DSP is saying that, at least from what I'm led to believe, that this is Lolcow Tech Talk. I don't know. I guess why are they talking about sex talk in a tech talk? But he did not focus on that. He's focused on Rich, his BFF. Like, but if Rich was talking about sex toys, and this is like, why are you talking about sex toys?
This is Rich. Why is Rich doing this right now? And by the way, she called him out. She said, "You're a cuck for content." So he's getting free content out of just being in this call. He's adding nothing. He said nothing. They immediately muted him because they want nothing to do with him. He's a loser.
Okay.
But he's still broadcasting.
How do you know that's like the
Okay.
term
for
that
her
she's
advice on
using?
That's a good one. That's a shitty one. I would use that. I would not
Whatever.
use this. And so you were the first person I thought of after I finished making my video game about Tina, which is excellent, by the way.
Oh, I see. I'm still second choice though. You came in talking to
Do
Tina
not
first.
want me to make-
So Rich can't figure out that, you know, his camera he's using in the bottom left-hand corner right now on stream.
Oh my god.
You can actually use that in OBS, or excuse me, in Discord. Would you like me to help you? We ready, everyone? I'm going to help Review Tech with.
No, we're not
Okay.
listening to this because this guy needed help to use Discord, and now he's acting superior to Rich and trying to give Rich advice from someone else.
As the green screen, when you're selecting, you would be seeing or a guide Rich particularly use the virtual camera.
Very different video game.
What if you didn't want to
you'll
use
see it
that?
tonight.
Right?
It's based on the classic arcade game.
Oh, so like boob, like physics.
So again, you understand, no one is paying attention to Rich. He joined the call. They've ignored him and muted him. He's now
Okay.
listening to something from another show. He's listening to them have a conversation from another show from Lalcow. He's just sitting there doing nothing. He looks like an idiot because his fucking setup doesn't work. So he's sitting in front of a green, like, this is his content. This was his stream.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Defying boobs and stuff.
Maybe he just wanted
No,
to be
the one
funny.
for Tina is
He
based
just
on-
wanted to
Hold
be
on, 'cause
funny.
something happens. I don't know how far in it happens. Oh, it's about to happen right now. Oh, it is. Okay, let's keep going.
Classic
I love-
arcade
he
game, and
immediately
that will
was
be
like-
playable on the show tonight on Tech Talk. So if you want to see it,
What if he was? What if this was a bit on Rich? Like, Ri- you know, like honestly, what if Rich was just doing this just as a sign of protest? I want to be on a show. I'm going in. Fuck yeah! I'm gonna hijack their show. Look at this.
game. But I did
Okay.
think, as people said, dude, you got to talk to Becky. But if you don't want to do it, that's fine. I can find some other people. But we would love to get your input. We're going live soon. If you want to show up after your show and say, hey, this is a good one, this is a bad one, we'd love to have you.
Oh,
Thank you for the
she's
invite. I'll
smoking
consider it.
on the stream.
Absolutely.
Phil,
Tina.
look what she's doing.
Tina.
Oh, her life is
Let
ruined.
me
Her
unmute
life
her,
is ruined
sorry.
now.
And let me just unmute
Holy
Rich
shit, she
really
smoked on
fast to
stream,
see what this
guys.
Fat thumb wants. Oh, he's not muted. I
Dude,
thought I
her
muted
life
him.
is
Who
ruined. She's
unmuted him?
spiraling.
Guy,
Look, she's
I'm
going
unmuted.
crazy.
Listen,
She's
you go
freaking
for weeks
out.
without washing your
Right?
vagina. I will be on Lil
Right.
Caltech tonight as a guest, and we get.
He gets booted from the show. He said that's the first word out of his mouth, and then he
Wait,
immediately
what
gets
did he say?
Tonight.
Wants. Oh, he's not muted. I thought I
Listen.
muted him. Who unmuted
No,
him?
I'm unmuted. Listen, you go for weeks without
Listen.
washing your vagina. I will be on Lil
Right.
Caltech tonight as a guest, and we get.
He gets booted from the show. He said that's the first word out of his mouth, and then he immediately gets booted from the show. They banned him. Okay? So he keeps trying to go back on. Like, look, he keeps trying to go back on, and they keep kicking him off over and over. He tries like 10 times to get back on the show, and they
Okay.
keep kicking him over and over.
Okay.
And he says, you know, I better stop doing this because I might actually get banned from Discord.
Why can we
So
watch?
think about, this is his
What-
stream.
Why couldn't we listen to Rich say that, right? Like, it's kind of weird we didn't get the full context as to why he did that, right? Maybe I'm dented, I didn't pay attention. But it's kind of, because it's kind of grating to listen to DSP do this sometimes. So my mind just wanders to save me from the insanity. But it's like, dude, he just skipped ahead into him doing this, but whatever, okay.
His stream is he invaded someone else's show. His setup doesn't work, so you can see his green screen behind him because he's too dumb to use the virtual
I don't think
camera
the green screen
in
is what
Discord. He has
what's
nothing to add. When he finally speaks, he
whatever.
immediately gets banned, and then he's back to his junk show.
Yeah, because I don't think he went there to be part of the conversation. Just watching that, it's kind of clear he wasn't there for the conversation.
Now, you might think that's the end of it. No, there's more coming. We're going to have
Okay,
some
there's
more
more
fun.
coming. All
but I
right.
do want to do a couple shout-outs here.
All right, I'm not doing
Okay?
shout outs.
He's kind of earned lolcow status, so he's going to add a ton to that tech show. He will.
Wait, what?
Cow shows. Drama on the internet. Basically, I think David has engaged with his trolls quite a lot, and because of that, he's kind of earned lolcow status. So again, that's why
Alright,
he
okay.
fits the mold of the lolcow shows.
Right.
But he's also a huge get for them because
Huge
he actually
get.
knows his shit in the gaming industry. Like legitimately, he's going to add a ton to that tech show. He will.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting.
By the way,
I
Dr.
think it's
Lexus
Corey
just gifted
Barlog that
5
sucked at like
subs on Kick.
elementary
Thank you,
dread. It was
Dr.
either
Lexus, for the
Corey
5
Barlog
subs.
or David Jaffe. I can't remember.
So that means you gifted 10 this morning. Wow.
I just remember it was a God
Subs
of
from
War
Dr.
guy.
Lexus this morning. With that, we're now up to
I want to say it's Corey Barlog, so maybe I'm wrong. It doesn't say David Jaffe.
16.
But I could be right.
116 is support so far this morning. Again, let's hit that goal before the end of the podcast.
All right, I don't want to hit the goal.
Lore for you. Oh, wow.
Wait, what?
The top left is Rich's ex-girlfriend. He kept joining to spite her and ruin the show.
Oh. So there is context that was there that DSP just didn't share with the class. So he just did that just to fuck with his hex. Okay, all right.
Top right is the late angry grandpa's son dressed in drag. Just some lore for you. Oh, wow. I don't know anything. Isn't isn't he kid behind a camera? I think that's his account online. Again, I don't know anything about these people. I don't watch their content, but okay.
But he knows the name of kid behind the. Okay.
It's just another rabbit hole to go down. You know what I mean?
Another rabbit hole.
All right. So there you go.
We
Thank
got
you for that
Phil.
tip.
Then
Okay.
you'll talk about him, right? Correct.
So let's continue because this is not even the best part. I'm serious.
All
We haven't
right.
gotten to the best part.
Let's
of this
get
yet.
to
We're
the
gonna get to
best part.
right now. Okay.
Let's go.
So
Let's
now Rich
fucking go. I've been
realizes
waiting.
An hour has passed, and he burned through all his content. He bullshitted with his viewers about politics for an hour. He has nothing to talk about.
All right.
He did this appearance, which was immediately ruined because he got banned from the show within moments. He's like, what the fuck am I going to do for the rest of my show? Oh, I'm going to play Doom. Okay?
So
you might, oh, God, we'll get to that next part.
He
So you might
didn't-
think, oh, this will be fun. Wait, Rich is actually going to play some games?
He didn't even show.
Well, let's see how that goes, shall we?
He didn't even show us him getting kicked from the
Zombie
Discord
punched on
permanently.
himself. If you play Dying Light, so the zombies don't detect him, where he's like, oh, God. Oh, my God. You don't know what I'm talking about? All right, well, then, you know what? Fuck you, then.
Is he playing PC Doom? He's playing an emulated SNES version of Doom.
All right.
He's literally playing one of the worst versions that's nerfed and doesn't have all the features. Why is he playing
you
the
play
SNES
you play
Doom?
a shitty
He couldn't
Super
get
Turbo.
the real Doom.
You could
Why?
get the real
Because it's free.
Doom.
Because he downloaded the ROM and he downloaded the emulator for free. He couldn't bother to pay like $2 to get actual Doom.
He called
and run it on his PC. Isn't that
Super
entertaining?
Turbo version, the 30th anniversary collection, a stupid version, and he can't play the
moved his
real
goal
version.
member board there. If your goal is 50 and you hit 51, why do you still have it on the screen? You already exceeded it. Why not? If you already hit your
How
goal,
does he know? Like,
what's the purpose of that?
Whatever,
that being on the
okay.
screen.
dude,
You
it
either
could have been
remove it or you can
automated. He can't. Maybe
change
he
it,
can't
maybe have a
change
different
it.
goal. And by the way, you hit your goal. What did that entail exactly?
But
what does that mean?
You know,
Did something
it's kind of
happen because
ridiculous
of
he
it?
says this, but for a year, maybe longer, he would have tips goal like 100 out of 100 tips goal. Then he would get rid of, like, let's say that he hits the 100, he would delete /100 and it would just say tips goal $100. There's a tips goal earned $5 if someone tipped him $5. Like, why not get rid of goal, right? Okay. Why
Are
didn't you do
working
it back
towards a
then?
reward, or did you just type that fucking thing and like?
How do you
basic
know?
text and
Like,
throw it on your screen.
then he
and you just
says
say, "Oh, I
this.
need a goal on my screen because Phil has one on his
How-
screen."
Maybe
right?
he does have a reward. You know,
okay.
like, you don't know. But
Can I pause?
okay.
Oops.
I mean, DSP invented goals, guys. If you have a goal, you got it from DSP, okay? Obviously. Everyone who has goals, he copied it from him.
Super NT. And this is Doom for the Super Nintendo. Now,
He doesn't get it. He
Limited
doesn't
Run
understand.
is coming out.
Wait, what's DSP doing? Why is
He
he
doesn't
doing this
understand. He's
randomly?
playing one of the worst versions.
Is
of
this a Yellow
Doom.
Cat?
There's a better version of this, shockingly. And I'm hearing no sound. Why is this still a fucking thing?
Oh,
He's
man.
hearing no sound. This is great.
God,
What? Now, there was a stream, like what, last month? Maybe in December? Somewhere. Where he spent the entire stream fucking with his mic. DSP is. That is. He had streams of tech support all the time. And DSP is gonna give Rich grief for having tech problems. Man, remember when and then he freaked out about his camera being bricked. Oh, my camera turned off again. Oh my god, I have to reset the stream. Okay.
ReviewTechUSA attempts to play a video game on his stream. He immediately has tech issues and can't hear the sound. Okay?
Okay.
So you want to know what's happening? So here's what's happening. He doesn't play games, so he
Okay,
literally has
he's on a channel. DSP's on a channel called DSP Gaming, and when he was doing this stream, he wasn't gaming. Huh?
no idea how to set it up. I wouldn't be shocked if Jay always set this up for him when he did shit on his streams because he's just inept at everything. So when you're streaming a game through
Were they
OBS,
ever
okay,
IRL, him and
dependent
Jay?
on how you're doing it, if you want to hear
Whatever.
the audio, you need to enable it in OBS so you can hear it passing
How
through.
does he
Like,
know?
for example,
By the way, how does DSP know that's the problem? There could be many problems. Like I did that video about his disappointing gaming countdown, whatever, earlier, and out of nowhere, I got no audio, and it was during the video. Like the beginning of the video was fine, then in the middle of it crapped out, and that happened inexplicably. I deduced that it must be the Bluetooth receiver in my computer that's the problem. And because I turned off Bluetooth, turned it back on, and it fixed itself. Like, there's sometimes issues that just happen.
for example, right now, if I were to boot up a video game and play it, you guys would hear it, but I wouldn't. So I have it going through my TV. So my audio goes through my TV. I can hear
I'm
it.
so glad you
But
showed
if
us the
mute
TV
my
remote. I would not have
wouldn't hear
figured it out,
But I
right?
could enable it through my PC. Are you ready? I'm going to teach you how. So Rich
Okay, I don't care.
do that too because he's a simpleton, right? All right, so what you're going to do, catching the audio, you're going to look for that monitoring.
All this is not even genuine help, to be honest. This is a dude that's like, this is the behavior of people he shat on in his chat about, right? Oh my god, the chat is like, go back to the PC screen of the PC stream, both of them. You'll find it regardless. The gaming one in particular, you'll definitely get it. He literally sat there shitting on his audience. See these backseat quarterbacks? They think they know what they're talking about. They don't. Okay, I did this. See, this is why PC sucks. Everyone gave me shit about it. And all of these people try to help him. And he just shat on them. And look what DSP is doing right now. The same shit that he shat on other people for doing. Because he has no clue if that's even the problem. Rich could follow what DSP is telling him to do, and it still may not fix the problem. He doesn't know. He doesn't know that because DSP is a dumbass.
Okay?
Okay.
You need to find the source. I don't know if it's going to say the name of your emulator. Maybe it's just going to say
What if it doesn't show up?
view output or monitor and output. You monitor and output. This isn't it? Yeah. So do that. And then next time when you play Doom, you'll have audio. I'll do you the solid there, Rich, because you know I actually understand tech.
Oh
now,
my god,
and you're
dude!
review
Like,
tech and you don't know shit about shit. You fucking imbecile.
again,
Okay, so I'm not.
reviewing tech is different from knowing how shit works. Like, it would be nice, and yeah, you can make that assumption, but like, I can know. Like, again, you can review a movie. That doesn't mean you know how to make a movie.
Not even kidding. He's trying to play Doom. He keeps trying to get it to work. Guess what? You ready?
Let me try bringing back the. I'm gonna delete this. Remove it. I'm gonna remove this.
He never gets it to work. He literally sits here for about 15,
Like,
20 minutes of
it
his
would be
stream,
kind of funny
and
if
he
Rich
can
did what
never
DSP
figure
said
out
and
how
then
to
said
get the
it
audio
didn't
to
work.
play, so he just gives up.
So I
Rather than
watched
playing
Phil
Silent Doom for
do
his
this
audience, which is
video,
outplayed,
and I did what
he
he
just
told
said, "Fuck
me,
this," and he
and it
quits.
didn't work.
That's ReviewTechUSA's content. So what does he do after that? Well, I mean, now it's panic mode, right? Now I have no content at all.
Okay,
I can't play games because I don't know how to set it up. I got banned from the LOLcow chat. We already
Oh,
talked
man.
politics and that flopped. So what's next?
How did
I'll
politics
show you
flop? We
what's
moved
next,
on.
folks. He's going to take off his shirt and he's going to comment on my content. Yes, I'm shit you not. I
Oh,
fucking
what?
shit you not. And
Look, by the way, look how much he
content at all.
skipped ahead.
I can't play games.
He
'cause
skipped
I don't know how
through
to set it up.
all of this
I got
stuff
banned from the
right
LOLcow chat.
after.
We already talked politics and that flopped. So what's next? I'll show you what's next,
He
folks.
skips
He's
all
gonna
the
take off
way.
his shirt
So,
and he's gonna
what does
comment
panic mode
on
mean?
my content. Yes, I'm shit you not.
Dude, he has multiple streams where he does multiple things. Like, he could have planned shitting on that video regardless, right?
I fucking shit you not. An hour in, he fucking taps out on trying to make content. and he says,
Is
"I'm
this
gonna
DSP
take off my
tap?
fucking shirt."
Is this DSP tapping out of making a good podcast? Because remember, he said doing drama content is garbage content. That's terrible. So is he tapping out when he did this? I guess so. I agree.
And I'm going to react to Phil's content again.
That only one time.
You can't
like-
make it up. You can't exaggerate. This
What's the
isn't
measure of
staged.
failure?
This
By the
is
way, when he did the politics stuff, which was during a barrage of super chats, how did that flop necessarily? That's kind of a projection, right? Because that's literally what happened with DSP. He tried politics, it flopped. So what did he go do? Go back to doing gaming. Man, it really is like DSP is taking his frustration on his own failures onto Rich. Because again, is this a measure of failure? He hit the goal, by the way. He got a lot of super chats in the beginning. All this other stuff that happened, it was a shit that happened, and he's doing this anyway. He would be making fun of him anyway. This is a weird trajectory of to say, see how he crashed out? But he's done this for years.
Is the existence of ReviewTechUSA and his 2-hour stream. Get it? And by the way,
Like,
does he actually watch?
he was more on point. If he left it at the lolcow aspect, the lolcow tech talk, and him being kicked, that would have made sense. See, he failed, he kicked him out, blah, blah, blah. But no, the measure of failure is he decided to make a video about DSP. Okay.
Watch my content? No, he can't be bothered. He actually goes and watches a detractor's video. So not only does he drop
Because maybe they
everything
just don't.
to
He
react
doesn't
my
want to
content
shift
'cause he
through
has no
thousands of
content,
videos.
then he doesn't even make his own react content.
Oh my god.
He's reacting to an existing reaction. He can't even formulate his own opinions. He can't watch the raw content to make content.
He's
he
a
actually
hack.
has to steal a detractor's actual content to make his own.
Dude. Shouldn't DSP be happy that Rich is stealing a detractor video? Because these would always complain when people would react to his videos that they're stealing his videos, right? Like, come on.
So it's not even his own content. And by the way, he keeps going and going and going.
He just wants the views.
And going, and that's a show. Literally, look at the end. It's me playing Street Fighter 6.
Okay.
You can't make it up. You can't fucking make it up. So in the entirety of his 2
Because
hour and 20
he
minute
doesn't want to shift
broadcast,
through
okay?
nonsense.
He embarrasses himself with his title screen. He comes on and immediately has my O face popping up in every contribution. He talks politics for an hour, which is a huge fucking
It was a
embarrassment.
reaction,
Guys,
by the way, from what I saw from this. By the way, because I don't watch Rich. Surprise, surprise. He was responding to a super chat. We're really gonna say that that Rich was doing a politics show by responding to a super chat? I mean, maybe.
Guy has no idea what the fuck, who he is, what he's saying or doing. He's becoming increasingly more inebriated over the hour, even though he pretends like he's not because he's drinking seltzer water on stream, right? Then he's out of content, so he tries
This
to jump
is
on.
rejection. He thinks that if you're doing something, you're drinking water, you're doing it to get sober, which, you know, come on. Dude, come on.
Lolcow. They ban his ass because he's a fucking loser. Then he
Yeah,
tries
get
to
him
play
outta
Doom.
here.
He can't get the audio to work, so he rage quits on that within 20 minutes. Then he takes off his shirt and he reacts to me for an hour, and that's his show. Rich,
Okay.
you don't have a fucking right.
Again, Rich has multiple streams. He's like, you know, I've done multiple Rich videos with DSP like related, right? And I did go do some of his random archives back in the day, like last year, I think, when DSP was talking about Rich a lot. I went to see a few of his streams in a video, and it was like, yeah, this is just like multiple portions and multiple segments of different things all together. So he clearly does streams with like multiple things, and he just does whatever. It's just a chill fucking stream that he just fucks around.
Right to say a word about me and my content ever again. You are a miserable embarrassment to every person who ever turned on their camera or broadcast anything over the internet. You're a joke. You're a
He
living
thi-
meme.
He thinks that having this little like, yeah, you have no room to talk, is like gonna get Rich to be like, oh shit, he's right. I gotta change my content now. So then DSP can say in the future, see, Rich realized he sucked ass at drama content. He gave up, and look at him now. He's now talking about sucking pickles.
You're far, far, far below me. You're a fucking bug to be stomped on. Shut the fuck up, you life loser. You obsessed walrus. Move the fuck on and leave the world alone, because the world is done with you. I don't know if you realize this. Your time came and went. If you
Okay, so why are you
disappeared
talking
right
about
now
him?
and never made content, people would be like, well, anyway, carrying on. No one would cry. No one would be sad. No one would care. You're a wretch.
Again,
I can
the
run
arbiter
tech-
of meaningful content. People can see the same about DSP's content. People can say, no, you'll miss the whole thing. I talked about Pippa.
better than you, but you're the tech guy. Don't you get it?
Get
It's
it?
over. It's time to say goodbye, the internet. Just give up. I wish that I could motivate you
What
to
if he
be a
doesn't
better
want
person.
to?
I
What if
tried
he-
that last year. Instead, you continued down your path of degeneracy.
Wait, what?
By the internet. Just give up. I wish that I could motivate you to be a better person. I tried that last year.
How did he try? Only with a poker chip. That was the only attempt, which is bullshit because it was not like it didn't make any sense. As I said, when you look at the amount of chips he was taking out, there was no rhyme or reason. It was all designed so he could end the stream with one chip. It was a rigged system. It was not fair at all. Like in his own little like idea. Because if he wanted to, he could have like, okay, oh, you have like this amount of chips, but there was no like value to the chips. It was just nonsense. So like, why would anyone take that seriously? And then like DSP would always say, "Oh, people are trying to end me. I'm gonna keep going because I'm a tough guy." Okay, man.
Instead, you continued down your path of degeneracy. You continued down your path of nonsense. You're not capable of doing it. The only way I think you could actually improve yourself is to seek real help, meaning get professionals involved in your life who'll get you off the drugs, because you are on drugs. It's apparent when you're not capable of doing it. The only way I think you could actually improve yourself is to seek real help, meaning get professionals involved in your life who'll get you off the drugs, because you are on drugs.
Get off the drugs. You're on the drugs. Marijuana is a serious business. If you're doing weed, guys, go to rehab with the meth heads and people who do harder drugs. Go there. Because weed is serious. You don't want to be like the people in that Harold and Kumar commercial, right?
It's apparent when you watch that stream, he's high as fuck. Okay? You need to get off, but you can't. You have no work ethic. You have no self-respect.
When DSP drinks alcohol, DSP should go to Alcoholics Anonymous. He drinks alcohol every 50 gold reward, and who knows how much he's drinking behind the streams. Who knows? He could be drinking all the time.
You are the definition of a degenerate. Okay? Please go away.
Go away.
Because it's sad now. It's that no one is watching you and saying, wow, he's really sticking it to Phil. They're just watching and they're just pointing and saying, look at that clown. Thank God I'm not
Dude,
him.
okay. Honestly, that is kind of what happened with DSP, and it's happening more and more with him. Like, go watch any of his old content, like 2016, 2015, and compare it to now. Like, the reason why he was a loco back then was he was begging for views, and he would always, like, cry about ad block and all that, sure. And he would also beg for people to contribute on Patreon. Of course. But the main reason he was a loco was just that he had anger problems that kept feeding into the trolls, and he would say a lot of dumb shit. But now, it's just people that he has formed a self-importance that is insane. He thinks he's so important.
Every time I watch Rich, I feel better about myself. And that's sad.
That's
You
sad.
have nothing to add at all
Nothing
to society.
add.
Why
Nothing
don't
adds
you
to
understand
society.
this? Does it take me telling you for you to finally fucking get it? Because it took me upgrading my setup to get you to try to upgrade your setup. It took my moving leaderboard for you to finally get a leaderboard. It took me actually getting a green screen, not really, for you to get a
Okay.
green screen. So now I have
You
to
had
tell
a
you
green screen
directly,
before you, though.
just stop. Just go away, man.
Oh
Save
man!
yourself
And again,
the
you notice that he got the same mic. I'm not sure it's the exact same, but it's the same brand, and I think he might have had the same arm that Rich had. So it took Rich to get a Shure microphone for him to also get a Shure microphone. Correct? And look at his background. It's blue, just like Rich's background, his old background.
embarrassment. Save humanity the embarrassment. Just turn it off. There's nothing to offer here.
Nothing to
Lolcow doesn't
offer.
want you back. You're not going to replace fucking Wings. You're not going to be on the Tech Talk show again. You blew it. You had your chance and you fucking blew it. Just
Is
deal
that
with
it?
it.
Are we done?
Stop trying to pretend, oh, I'm making fun of Phil. You're not making fun of me. You're not. There's nothing you're doing that's making fun of me at all. All you're doing is self-embarrassing yourself every single moment
You're
you turn on your camera.
self-embarrassing
It's
yourself.
just like I said previous,
Dude,
but I guess it didn't.
PPP tried to teach him the proper syntax of it, and it did not stick. You're self-filtering yourself.
Sink in. For me, my most embarrassing moment was in 2016 when I made a huge mistake. And
Oh
I'll
my
never live it
god!
down.
It's the same shit! I have all you want embarrassing, but every time you turn on the stream is an embarrassing moment. Oh man, dude, like fuck off.
For Rich, every moment he turns on his stream and his camera is on is his most embarrassing moment. And he continues to make more most embarrassing moments every single day. But he doesn't get it. He actually thinks the joke's not on him. Can someone tell him? Like, I understand he's making bank, and that's the thing. He's making money on these streams, so maybe he just doesn't care. Maybe it's time to pull that rug out from under him, too. He's going to continue the clown show. And
Man, if people said that about DSP, people should stop contributing to DSP. He'd say that that's fucked up and wrong, and that he has a family. But I guess you have to put Rich's family in danger for Rich to get it, I guess? Okay, I mean, that's cool. And it's kind of a funny coincidence, right? Juicy Boots showed up, like what, oh no, not Saturday, Friday, I think. Juicy Boots showed up to DSP streams. The next stream DSP comes back on, he's shitting on Rich. It really is like he's trying to get Juicy Boots to stay in the pig pen. Like, it really is, that's what it looks like. It looks like he's like, Juicy would show up and like leave, and then DSP would give up. But then when Juicy Booch showed up, it's like, okay, I gotta get him to stay. Look how much of a loser Rich is, Juicy Booch. Stay here. Give me your money. Don't give it to him.
And not help himself as long as people keep giving him money to do it.
Yeah, Juicy Booch, wake up.
I mean, he needs help, man. And if you just keep enabling him, he's going to keep making this garbage every fucking day.
So it begs the question: is he doing this for his sake or
He's going to keep
Juicy
making this
Booch's
garbage
sake?
whenever he can bother to get his fat, lazy ass rolling over to his setup and try to get it half working. Because we know he doesn't actually work and he doesn't actually know how to work his setup. I just taught him how to do it twice in one fucking stream. But you know,
and isn't
it's
destructive
just sad.
to tell him
The
that
guy
he does not
is
get
just
support,
a malicious
right?
fucking dirtbag.
He needs
and doesn't
constructive
deserve
feedback,
any attention.
Phil.
And
Right?
you just gotta stop giving it to him. I'll
Give
say
it in.
this to all those people who are on his streams, okay, and
Oh,
you're
man.
contributing to get him to say dumb shit. You understand? You could come over to my stream, and we could just chill and actually make good content together and have a good time, and laugh at talk
Laugh
the same
at?
shit.
Laugh at? Laugh
You know
at?
what I mean? Stream, and we could just chill and actually make good content together and have a good time, and laugh at talk the same shit.
Laugh at, talk the same shit.
You know what I mean? You don't have to actually be on his streams and enable his awful lifestyle.
Yeah,
You can
enable
actually
his awful
come and like hang
lifestyle.
out with someone who cares and wants to make good content for you and actually learns his setup and actually like works.
Dude, so many people tried to help him, he would shit on them all the time. Like, there are multiple times where DSP came back the next day. I'm sorry I was so mean to you guys. He never learns, by the way.
You could do that. You could come over. You're welcome. Any of his trolls are very welcome to come and join my content at any
man.
time.
Okay,
and we can hang, we can
sure.
laugh, and you can tell me all about his antics, and we'll have a good time together.
You
and that way you don't
what?
have to fucking fill his pockets.
Dude. So then you want them to tell you what's going on, so that, like, there were people who told him what's going on in the past, and he would say, I don't want to talk about Rich, I want to talk about gaming. And now he's like, yeah, you could come over here and talk about Rich. So then the next stream, he's like, guys, I don't want to talk about Rich, I want to talk about gaming. Okay.
Pockets, because the only reason he's putting on the 2-hour shit show streams to begin with is because you keep filling his pockets. Did you see how many super chats he made during that? Hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Now, it said he made 50 members. There are probably 49 Argentinian members in there, so he probably made the equivalent of $2 out of that. But
Okay,
those super
so
chats are legit. So
all right.
he's making bank on it. You know what I'm saying?
Why are you concern
And
trolling this?
the reason he'll never improve is because you keep allowing him to make a living being a schlub. Get
It's
it?
so weird that, like, he really wants Rich to be homeless. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, all of these people do the same, if not worse, than what Rich does to Phil. And DSP, most of the time, laughs with those people and says that they're cool and they're just razzing me. He basically became Kino Casino's bitch, basically. Meanwhile, Rich does a stream that's like with his shirt off and he's like, okay, he shouldn't lose his house, guys. Come on. Get him out on the streets right now. Do unto others, right?
I mean, this is the guy who fucked with me for the greater part of a decade, who tried to ruin me, who constantly tried to make me the butt of the joke, who got people to stop watching.
Again, all Rich did to make fun of Phil is basically saying DSP is a doo-doo head. Look how stupid he is. Lol. That's it. Rich did not, like, file false copyright strikes. He did not clutter the DSP's tags. He didn't do much of anything. He doesn't go out to, like, did Rich reach out to Button Check to talk about him? No. But DSP is acting as if, like, Rich is, like, the worst troll he has ever experienced. When he had probably, you could argue, worse people, right? Okay.
Stop watching my content. You know what I'm saying? So fuck him.
Fuck him.
I
Get
don't
him
give a
out of
shit.
here.
Fuck that guy. Really, like, of all the people out there, this guy is the most malicious because he just doesn't give a fuck about anyone, including
What?
himself. That's the most dangerous person, is this person who just doesn't care about anything.
Dude, this fear-mongering, it's so funny. I sometimes just think back where he was, like, fear-mongering about duty. Guys, he might do something. He's gonna do something one day. He's gonna snap because, you know, he was thinking that he was autistic, so he was like, guys, you know what they say about autistic people? They focus on you and they hyper-focus and they're gonna do something. Really weird. And then, like, and he does that to Rich. What's he gonna do? He gets high all the time. I like the juxtaposition of him saying he's a lazy fuck, he can't get out of bed, and all this other stuff, and then he says he's scared what he's gonna do. What's he gonna do? I thought he's lazy.
So, make him care.
Make him care.
Stop watching his garbage. Stop enabling the garbage. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's do some shout-outs, and then we'll end our show. Looks like...
Okay, I don't care about the shout-out responses to that. Let's do a vibe check on to. Oh god, we're just gonna get rid of that. Let's hit live. Is he in
a
game?
high
Okay.
contrast combination between the chair and your clothes, for example, a dark cloth or towel on the top part of the chair, and a white t-shirt or vice
Oh.
versa, a white towel and a dark shirt. I think it might be worth trying. I have noticed.
No,
that
no, no! Why are they telling him what to do? He knows everything! These people are stupid. Why are they teaching Phil, who knows everything about green screens, microphones, streaming? He doesn't need to know. He knows everything. We just watched him explain to Rich how he knows everything, and we should all be listening to what DSP has to say. Right?
Dependent on what I'm wearing, the camera works better or worse. Have you noticed that? Certain days...
You notice when Rich was using a green screen, he didn't have to worry about what he was wearing. Right? Get it?
It'll be like super clear and get it really good, and then other days it's not as good.
Wow, is this like an El Cheapo?
I do
green
find it funny
screen?
when it was in 4K, it was doing worse. Now that I'm in 1080p, it's better. That's weird. Why would the higher resolution make it so that the background removal picks it up worse? I don't know. But it's a color
Dude,
thing
this
too,
looks
I
really
think. And again,
weird.
this is like the
Like
first version.
that border he has, it gets cut off. It's like too short, so when he like extends his arm, his arm looks like it goes over the border. Like, why even have it at all? Like, why not have something fun, like a baby eye chair?
Of the
You shouldn't
background
own that
removal
theme.
tool. I'm sure NVIDIA is going to improve this over time, and it'll get better and better. So thank you, Mulciber,
Mulciber
for the
oh,
$5
man.
tip.
Is that like a gag on Lights for Soul? Sounds like something like that. Okay, did he hit a goal?
So how are we even doing today? I don't even
How
know.
are we doing today? All right. Okay. Why do we have this ugly ass font?
We're at 38
Whatever.
bucks to support. Well, guys,
Oh,
please support
man.
Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. This
Maybe
is a playthrough that I wanted
Okay. Oh,
to do. You guys kind of
wait, what? No. Dude, I know what he's going to say now. Oh, this looks this looks so weird. He looks like a fucking dinosaur. He looks like a fucking dinosaur. Like, that also looks like his head does not like match up with his body. Like, it just looks so weird. It looks so fucked up. But dude, before this game came out, he was telling us, guys, I don't know if I want to play this. You guys didn't like the last one. I don't know if I'm gonna play it. I think I may skip it. And his chat was screaming no. Maybe like 2 people were like, I don't care. But no one wanted this game. But the real ones knew he was gonna play it anyway. Because it's DSP. Come on.
We're at 38 bucks to support. Well, guys, please support Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. This is a playthrough that I wanted to do. You guys...
No, he didn't. He factually did not want to do this playthrough. He said he may skip it.
Kind of coached me into it because
And now he's like his audience. The audience coached him in.
first I was on the fence about it, but a lot of people said, no, do it. We love these playthroughs. Please support it, all right?
Okay.
Let's get some more...
So, you know, honestly, to a degree, right? Why is it the chat's responsibility for DSP deciding to listen to people who didn't commit to giving him money, right? Like, I love that metaphor. By the way, this had a demo. He could have played the demo, but he played the metaphor demo and said, see, you guys hate RPGs? Wiped his hands clean of that one. And then, with this, I'm gonna play it. Fuck it.
Some more momentum going, especially if you like this more
All
chill
right.
style game. So they're on the ocean for the first time.
Okay. What was the podcast like? Let's just listen to the cold open. Oh man. Show me the cold. Alright. Come on. Show me the cold intro. Oh god. Man, I'm just getting a lot of good screen caps.
Me almost falling asleep during Lost Records. I'm not kidding. Also, my final summarized thoughts about the Fatal Fury City of the Wolves open beta. And today, since yesterday we had nearly no time to really hang out and chill with each other, today we're going to have a lot of fun Q&A and just kind of hanging back and relaxing before our Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii
Oh my
stream.
gosh.
So, if you're ready to relax, you're in the right place. It's time for the Level
There's
1
something
podcast.
like caught in his mustache, I think. Oh god, I forgot I'm not in Raw Phil. That's alright. That is it. That is it for this fucking video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And I hope see you in the next one.
The rule of law, the idea.
No, he orchestrated it.
God damn it, Chuck.
What a sick joke.
There we go. I was looking for that for so long. Alright, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.